HVAC services, aircomfortservice.com.
Annie Frey, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Ray.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
For goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
Hello, happy Thursday. We got a great show lined up for you this afternoon here on the Annie Frey Show. The YouTube poll is surrounding this video, a report that is out, and I think this is something a lot of you might be thinking about right now as graduation parties are in full swing and you're thinking about the next thing. If you've got a kid that was a junior last year, now you're just like, it's go time. You got to plan your whole future right now. Otherwise what? I mean, that's kind of what the question is here. And Alex Hogan of Fox News is reporting on it.
Hey, it's Alex Hogan here, and on my latest episode on the Fox News Rundown, we take a look at some new poll numbers that suggest that Americans are thinking differently about higher education. It used to be the way that you would get a degree, and that would set you up for success. But now more Americans say they believe it might not be worth it. They think maybe it's better to invest that money and go straight into the workforce. So I talked to Susie Welch. She is a professor at NYU. She's also an author and a podcast host. And we talked about the challenges currently for students, also the challenges for universities as they try to adapt to this change in mindset, as well as the current challenges for employers. So a lot on the table. We want to know what you think. Is college still just as worth it? And you can listen wherever you get your podcast, whether that's Apple or Spotify. You can download it and subscribe it there.
So Alex Hogan of Fox News is reporting on this story that suggests that people are maybe considering an alternative to the standard issue graduate, the American dream. You got to chase that American dream, and it absolutely goes through 4 years high school, then get into that college and get that university degree, whatever that might be. I'm struggling with this one. I know I have a communications degree from Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, a Bachelor of Science, and minored in psychology. And I didn't need that to have the job I have right now.
Well, welcome to communications.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most worthless degree you could get, and I have one too.
There's a difference, though, in the conversation of did I need it to get this job, or am I better for having gone through the process of getting a degree? Because you can become a more well-rounded student of all sorts of different things when you go through a four-year school. I'm just saying, just on paper right now, you do not need to have a degree to do what I do, or to do what Ryan does, or to do what Brad does. You do not need to have a degree to do this. What you need is to be good at it. You need to be an agreeable, go-getting type of person that really loves what you do, in spite of, especially at the beginning, the absolute dumpster pay that you're going to get. My very first, I would say, hired job in media was after I interned at KFNS, 590 The Fan, no longer exists. My dream job was sports reporting. I wanted to be a sideline reporter. And that's why I got into communications. That's why I went to school. And I decided later in life that I did not want to do the nights and weekends that would obviously be required by a sports reporter. Admittedly, I figured that out a little bit late, but here I am. So it all worked out. I did a 3-month internship for college credit. Got 3 hours of college credit or something for that. Worked with Frank Cusimano on the press box at 590 when his show was over there. It was a wonderful experience. Learned a lot about reality while I was participating in that internship. And I will never forget, I was in Peoria, Illinois, coaching a volleyball tournament in October when I got the call, and they reached out to offer me the opportunity to continue my unpaid internship.
That's amazing. You had to be celebrating that day with wine and champagne and other alcohol.
It was probably not. I was excited because I got to continue doing what I was doing. I think it wasn't very long, and I started to get maybe whatever minimum wage was. But I was making about $7 an hour for a long time. And I was doing board op stuff. I mean, I was doing in the radio hierarchy, bottom of the barrel stuff that needed to be done, filling out affidavits, monitoring a soundboard for a completely syndicated radio station that had, I don't know, a 2-mile radius. That was 1190. That wasn't 590. 590 was much stronger and powerful than that. I worked my way up at KFNS to being salaried with health insurance and all of that type of stuff. I did a lot of things for a lot of people who didn't want to do the things that I ended up doing. I was paying bills, matching up pay stubs, bills that we were sending out with, stapling them to the bills we were paying, filing them away, answering phones, pushing a button to ring people into the door. That's where Don King kissed me one time.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, super. Just a highlight of my sports career. But I did all of these things and then eventually applied for the digital brand manager job here at 97.1. And I got hired at $36,000, I think, and it was a doubling of my pay. It was a doubling of my income. It was life-changing. $36,000, I think, right now is below the poverty line. Now I'm talking about 2009, which was, almost 20 years ago. So that was quite a bit. We've had a teensy bit of inflation since then. But if I look back on my entire career, would I be where I am today without that college degree? You could simply say that the requirement of me to do an internship through my college prep program is what got me where I am today. So I don't discount it. But the amount of times fully over that the whole system and process has changed since I graduated in the summer of 2006. This is my 20th anniversary of being out of college.
Wow.
Like, that's terrible. I look at my son who's going into his junior year right now, and I'm trying to think of what's the right direction to push him in. We're asking you on the YouTube poll today, is a 4-year college degree still important? More than ever, about the same, less than usual, or not at all? And, I'll add to that. My husband got a communications degree with me. We graduated at the same time. He went back to school to be a teacher. Pretty sure he needed the degree to become a teacher and educate children. So I just think on the whole that this default plan that Americans have to go from one thing to the next that's kind of predetermined for you. I don't think that it's ever been less obvious that you just go to college, but I don't know that it's less important.
Well, I would add to that, and it's not just this generation, because we're talking about this moment in time. What do you think right now? But I would say for the last 40 years, maybe more, a lot of people just go to college after high school because it was like, well, now what do I do? They're just doing it because that's what people do. And I like the fact that we're just starting to ask the question now. We live in an information age, too, so you can get information about things so much faster than you used to be able to, so the training's different. But we're asking the question now, is this completely necessary? And that question is the answer to that's going to be different for different people.
Yeah.
Which is why we're doing the poll.
Obviously, trades are so key right now. I would imagine trade, education is an ebb and flow kind of a thing. But I'll text my friends like Corey at Air Comfort Service or Matt Hayes at Home Shield Foundation, some of these places that I partner with where you kind of need to understand a skill and a trade to be able to do the work that needs to be done. I'm sure there are a lot of mechanics out there who say the same thing. Listen, those 60-year-old men who are fixing your car who know it inside and out want to retire, and they're probably getting so much money thrown at them to stick around because their brain is irreplaceable. Their hands are probably stiff and sore. They're probably getting a little tired of, crawling underneath vehicles. But these people need to be replaced, and people aren't going to trade schools. And usually I thought the implication was you go to university so that you can get a career and a higher paying job and maybe the white collar. But I don't know that the blue collar is not going to be paying as much, if not more, than most people who walk out of college with a four-year degree. Now, if you're going to go a little bit further and you're going to get a law degree, you're going to get a medical degree, a pharmaceutical degree of that kind, then please, for the love, go to college. If you're going to do those things, you need to go to school. But when you partner with the starting, I think there's a minimum wage for starting teachers in Illinois now, and I think it's $40,000. I don't think you can teach in the public education arena and make less than $40,000 out the gate day one. You do need to understand, especially when working with children, you need to be educated to educate. But I don't think you need to go to the highest end school if the job result, that the career that you're going to get is going to pay you $40,000, $50,000 right out the gate. Pocketing a bunch of debt, if the payoff isn't there, the whole, what do you call it if it's not calibrated? Uncalibrated?
Yes.
Decalibrated? I wish I would have gone to school for this. Oh, wait, communications. I did. Crap. Discalibrated? I like that because it's intentionally out of balance. Healthcare is the same thing. When we talk about these two issues, I always talk about them hand in hand. Why is healthcare so gosh darn expensive? It's because when the insurance company is at the epicenter of the whole equation, Barack Obama guaranteed every insurance company that regardless, people have to have insurance. Guaranteed customers. What kind of company throws themselves at the mercy of the consumer to try to earn their business if the business is guaranteed? Go to higher education. The government subsidized loans that are handed out willy-nilly, where it's not just to pay to educate, it's to pay to live. Without any sort of commitment from the person taking out these loans that they're going to actually follow through and become an employee one day, or even better, an employer one day. None of that matters. They write the loans, they ship them off, and then the universities take the guaranteed money and turn these people into little lefty activists who then live off the taxpayer dollar. The taxpayer's getting screwed. The person who then has to pay taxes, who didn't get a degree that's worth anything, or if they maybe didn't even complete it, now is mad at the system because everything costs too darn much because they didn't create for them a career that could pay their bills and their taxes. Now they're mad at the system, and the whole 4 years they spent in college, they learn that the system sucks. I think you have to be so very specific, precise about moving into that 4-year education plan. You have to be very thoughtful about it because the people out there just taking your money for anything, unscrupulously, being willing to take your dollar and tell you you're on the right path, Skippy. That's never been higher. And I really would love, I know that we're digging deep into fraud everywhere. I'd really love to see the Department of Education before they fold or whatever it is that the goal is there. I'd really love for them to uncover and expose all the ways in which money goes into our higher education system and gets utilized and spent, whether it's on behalf of the educatee or the educator. Because I bet the fraud there is repulsive.
We know from talking to Corey DeAngelis that a lot of it is. Text just came in as we close out this segment here. It's from somebody in the trades listening. Says, somebody who goes to a technical school for 2 years and goes to work in the industry that I am in, he didn't specify which industry, but it's a trade, can make $50,000 a year immediately, and within 5 years make $75,000 to $100,000.
Gosh.
After 2 years of a technical school.
Now we have to ask ourselves if we have a generation of softies who don't want to work with their hands. Lots of questions. We're going to discuss all of them, and I'm going to take your phone calls at the top of the 1 o'clock hour on this topic. So you can text us right now at 314-241-9797. Put that number in your phone. Give us a call at 105. When we return, Hans von Spakovsky on The Annie Frey Show. Air Comfort Service. You find them online at aircomfortservice.com. 314-513-0091. 314-513-0091. It's summertime in St. Louis. It sure feels like it. Is your air conditioner prepared to handle the heat, especially the heat day after day after day? I want to interest you in the Air Comfort Service Preferred Partner Plan. This is what you're going to get if you sign up 314-513-0091 or at aircomfortservice.com. Regularly scheduled heating and cooling system checks where they check the entire system twice a year, so the whole schmo gets looked at 2 times a year. You're going to get discounts on diagnostic calls and repairs, discounts on new equipment if you have to go that route as well. Plus, you're going to receive priority service. Become a preferred partner at Air Comfort Service. Give them a call at 314-513-0091. That's 314-513-0091. I'm a customer of Air Comfort Service. I encourage you to consider it as well. aircomfortservice.com.
Mark Cox here for my friends at Zero Res. Summer is finally here. It's time to take advantage of Zero Res's best deal of the summer. They can handle every surface in your home. The carpets, the tile and grout, the upholstery and rugs, your air ducts and more. And right now you need to reach out to them because, listen, vacuuming is not enough to maintain the cleanliness and the lifespan of your carpet. Go to Zero Res, 314-474-2020 and ask for the 97.1 special. Mark Cox here. Join me, Annie Frey, and Mark Reardon, along with Bob and Tammy Kershaw of the Retirement Advisory Group, to learn how to create your worry-free retirement. We'll meet June 16th at the Doubletree Hotel in Chesterfield at 6:30. Here are Bob and Tammy with more.
Are you nearing retirement or already retired and wondering how to turn your 401k and IRA into a worry-free retirement? Would you like to learn the strategies that give you market growth but protects you from market losses at the same time?
Would you like to get a free personalized retirement income plan? And did you also know if you're 59 and a half or older, you can roll over your company retirement plan tax-free to create a worry-free retirement? If you're 59 and a half or older, you cannot afford to miss this event.
Have a worry-free retirement. Join the official financial advisors of my show, Bob and Tammy Kershaw, at the Doubletree Hotel in Chesterfield, Tuesday, June 16th at 6:30. Go to retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
When's the last time you gave your home's exterior a little love? Hi, it's Kim, and if your siding is cracking, it's fading, or just doesn't stand up to our St. Louis weather, it's time to call Lakeside Renovation and Design because they're experts in James Hardy siding, which is this durable, low-maintenance option, and it looks beautiful. Plus, you have customizable colors and textures, and so you can give your home a completely new look while protecting it for decades. Don't wait until the small problems turn into big ones. Visit lakesidearty.com to schedule your free consultation.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's best eggs. They're just so delicious with better nutrition, too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
The Annie Frey Show is St. Louis conservative.
So what is this really about? It is weaponizing and politicizing the Department of Justice, not any of your groups, to quash and squash free speech, to muzzle people that because you are trying to protect far-right investigations who are huge supporters of the Republican Party. They may not do any oversight over this indictment, but I guarantee you when we take the majority back in January, we will be doing that oversight and they will be held accountable.
Okay, that's Representative Dan Goldman on the Southern Poverty Law Center indictment, suggesting that the DOJ is politicizing and weaponizing itself against the SPLC. Now, there's just recently been some new information that has been released regarding what the Southern Poverty Law Center has been engaged in, and we're here to talk with our friend Hans von Spakovsky about just that. Advancing American Freedom Senior Legal Fellow, former FEC Commissioner, and former DOJ lawyer. Hans, welcome back. Good to have you with us.
Well, thanks for having me. And I got to say that claim by that congressman is absurd. And no one who reads the indictment, including the now new superseding indictment, could possibly claim that there's nothing to this prosecution, that this is somehow weaponization. What the SPLC was doing was not only fraudulent, but they were paying individuals to support, recruit at these racist organizations. How can he say there was something wrong with going after them for that? I don't get that at all.
Well, let's get to the bottom of you talked about a superseding indictment here. Tyler O'Neill is on X. He's a senior investigative reporter at the Daily Signal with a lot of this legal paperwork that has just kind of come out here as of late. He said the field sources used the Southern Poverty Law Center's money to attend extremist rallies, host rallies, grow existing chapters, create new chapters, recruit individuals, donate to extremist leaders, purchase cross-burning material, create racist paraphernalia, and pay living expenses. What was the Southern Poverty Law Center doing to try to stop racism? It sure looks like they were investing in growing the idea of racism.
Oh, I think they were. And I think the reason for that was that all of their the SPLC has been a fundraising machine, including getting huge donations from the corporate America. And if, in fact, these racist groups were diminishing, if people were leaving them, then they wouldn't be able to make that kind of money. And part of the indictment is that they were contacted by individuals, including leaders of some of these terrible organizations, saying, look, I want to leave. I want to get out of the white supremacist movement. Will you help me? And what does the SPLC do? Instead of helping them, they paid them to stay in the racist movement where they engage in all this. By the way, one of the more salacious parts of the indictment is that one of the individuals they were paying inside another one of these racist groups, the National Alliance, that's a neo-Nazi group, was in a romantic relationship with a staffer at the SPLC. This person got $140,000 of their donors' money, and apparently the two of them were using them to pay their living expenses.
Oh, really? Hans von Spakovsky speaking with us right now. Can you imagine, Hans? Can you just imagine for a minute if it were discovered that all of the exact same details are true, but it was Turning Point USA that was investing in this type of stuff and not the Southern Poverty Law Center? Where would this story fall on where the news outlets were covering it? Should it have been a right-wing group that was funding all of these very hateful, very racist organizations?
Oh, you and I both know it would have been front page headlines in the New York Times, the Washington Post, and others, and yet they are hardly paying any attention to this story at all. In fact, it would be the only thing they'd be talking about at CNN and the former MSNBC. I don't even know what their new name is because they're trying to get away from that. But they don't want to pay any attention to what was clearly a very corrupt organization. Why? Because it's a big political ally on the left that helped perpetuate this idea that America today is still this horribly racist society, which is just not true.
Hans, what are the charges here against the Southern Poverty Law Center? What are they being charged with or accused of? And what are the actual ramifications? It always feels like we get a bombshell story like this and we go, oh, you've got to be kidding me. And then it kind of just fades to gray. And if something happens, it doesn't happen super publicly. What's the outcome here?
Well, they're being charged with defrauding their donors. And this is a criminal indictment. They defrauded their donors because obviously the donors gave money to them in their supposed efforts to stop racism across the country. And instead, they were instigating racism across the country. They've also been charged with money laundering and lying to a bank that is federally insured. Why? Because they set up these fake bank accounts in order to funnel or launder the money coming from their donors to the SPLC and then going out to the individuals they are paying in these racist groups. So not only is there potential prison time and penalties, but they've also asked for civil forfeiture. What that means is that all of the money that they misused and misapplied, they are supposed to give up and pay to the Treasury Department if the Department of Justice wins the case. So very, very serious consequences.
Yeah, and the other question I would have for you is, does this diminish the Southern Poverty Law Center's ability to invest in and push, maybe the non-super racist organizations they've been dabbling quietly in the side? They're very public with, trying to highlight Turning Point and other areas as hate groups. Does this action against them slow their role a little bit on the political influence, specifically through monetary means that they would have in the future?
Well, it should, although, here you had this Democratic congressman going out and defending them in the face of this overwhelming evidence of their misconduct. Again, huge amounts of their donations have been coming from liberal foundations, but also corporate America. And I would think that corporate America, if they look at this indictment, would say we should not be giving any more money to this organization. And I would think even liberal foundations would realize that they shouldn't be giving money. But will they do that? I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, you think they wouldn't want to be associated with it.
Hans, this is Ryan. A little bit different topic just to close things out here. But the Supreme Court is supposed to issue some decisions this month, toward the end of the month. What should we be looking for?
Well, it's interesting. Today was actually a decision release day. They came out with 3 decisions that they're important, but they were not the decisions everybody was waiting for. We're still waiting for a decision on birthright citizenship. We're waiting for a decision involving elections, absentee ballots, funding of federal campaigns. We're waiting for a big decision on whether it's okay for states to ban biological males from participating in women's sports. I mean, those are just a couple of decisions, plus big decisions on whether a president can fire the heads of executive branch independent agencies like the Federal Trade Commission. We've got those cases also before the court. So we're already in the first week of June, and they leave on their summer vacations at the end of June.
I love how much the country is on the elected officials and appointed officials like the Supreme Court's their vacation schedule. It just seems like, all right, whatever. Birthright citizenship, do you anticipate, based on what has occurred in the past, that's going to be the big one, maybe the last one, or not necessarily how it works?
Look, sometimes they wait until the last day for their most serious decisions, the one that raised the most controversy, but they don't always do that. So I really can't predict when in the next 3 weeks they're going to release those decisions. Right now, they actually haven't scheduled their next day for releasing decisions. So sometime soon we'll probably hear about that. But at the moment, I don't even know which week they're going to release more decisions.
Hans, you're on our speed dial. Just know that. You're one of our first phone calls when that goes down. Thank you for being with us today, and we look forward to having you back.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, I saw Shannon Bream on Fox this morning, and I was like, ooh, maybe here we... And then she's like,
I wonder if the Supreme Court could just say...
Kind of like a new Star Wars movie release.
I know we said we were going to release those, but we're just not. Like, could they just say, nah, October? You have to wait longer.
I don't think so. I don't know.
They have to do it?
I don't know.
Once they've said they're going to do it, they probably have to.
We're watching the stock market right now. It's looking pretty hot. Looking like a pretty good day. I haven't seen the crude oil numbers. It's funny how a story like this becomes big, and then I'm like, ooh, what's the crude at today?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you do.
But
You know what
that's
you're talking about.
one that thanks. That's one that we want to see in red.
Yeah.
Because that means it's going down.
Yeah. Which
I
is
almost
tricky.
feel like it should just be green.
I
Because
do
it's
too.
good because it's going down.
Like the arrow still is down.
Yes.
The price is dropping, but it's green.
Green's good.
Right. Green
No
means
room
go.
for red.
Green means you can drive your car.
Yes. 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 Well, it's impossible to improve on that. Let's take a break. The YouTube poll for today: is a 4-year college degree still important? More than ever? About the same? Less than usual? Or not at all? Your text messages, we're going to feature those. Drop your name in the text if you would like us to read it on the air, along with your comment, or don't. 314-241-9797. We'll take your phone calls on this at 105 as well. So keep it right here on 97.1 FM Talk. And if you're out driving around, listening to us on the radio, in the car, we love you for it. Take us back into your office on the Audacy app and stream us in crystal clear connection wherever you go. AUDACY. Follow 97.1 FM Talk and the Annie Frey Show there. Back in a minute.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-887-4333. 314-887-4333. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-887-4333.
If you're in the St. Louis area and caring for a loved one with Medicaid, get paid starting today. Freedom Care has already helped over 162,000 families get the care they deserve, with 97% satisfaction and more than 8,000 five-star reviews. If you have Medicaid, you need to hear this. You may qualify to choose a caregiver you already trust, a family member or friend, and they can start getting paid. No agencies, no strangers, just someone you know, helping with meals, medication, bathing, mobility, and more. This service isn't for later, it's for right now. It's 100% free to you through Medicaid, and caregivers get paid right away after their shift. Find out if you qualify today. Call 314-742-7480. That's 314-742-7480. Don't wait. Call 314-742-7480 now. Again, 314-742-7480. Freedom Care. Get paid to care. Starting now.
The YouTube live chat poll, we've been talking about it, at least in the first segment, is a 4-year college degree still important? That answer that you could give is either more than ever, or about the same, or less than usual, or not at all. But it's a great question, and it depends on your situation, so it's not just ideological. We'd like to know, is a 4-year college degree still important to you, and how so? Let us know. That's the poll today. 1237. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
Celebrating 250 years of freedom and 25 years of 97.1 FM Talk in St. Louis.
So one of my newer favorite representatives in Congress is Brandon Gill. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, dude with the Superman haircut.
Sure, he's Clark Kenty.
Yeah.
Or Clarky Kent.
No, I think I'd like to call him Kenty.
Okay. It's kind of a risk. What do you know about that guy?
I know that he's a sharp-dressed man who's not afraid to take on the system.
Are you attracted to him?
No.
Should be.
That question will always be answered no.
Are you attracted to him? He's from Texas.
Okay, I did know that.
Do you know who he's married to?
Brenda?
Not a Brenda. Nobody his age is married to a Brenda. He's married to, I'm going to blow your mind, Dinesh D'Souza's daughter.
No way.
Annie
D'Souza?
What?
I don't know. I just made a name up and it was yours.
You didn't make the name up. I want to play this exchange for you that is incredible. He's talking to, I don't even know, is she a state senator, I think, from Ohio, I believe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's a lot of investigations and hearings taking place in Capitol Hill right now due to fraud because it's rampant. And I love it. I love that they're investigating all of this. Find it all. Brandon Gill asks questions that he has 12-point factually based, evidence-based responses prepared, not on paper, in his brain. He asks a very simple question. He does it like Josh Hawley does, but Josh Hawley, when Josh Hawley is in a hearing, he asks it in a kind of presupposed, like, I'm going to pretend I'm dumb for a minute and ask you this question.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he knows
nobody believes that Josh Hawley is dumb.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say that Gill presents himself as if he's dumb. He just looks like such an innocent, Clark Kenty kind of, I'm here to do a real good job, boss.
Yeah.
Kind of guy.
Brandon Gill, Daily Planet.
Is that... Is that Superman?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I listened to this exchange, and I felt like, when I listened to it, now, the exchange is of value and worth time, but it sounded to me like a conversation between you and me.
Okay. Wait.
When I asked...
Which one am I?
You or she.
No.
You are her.
I don't like this.
You are not him. I am him. He. Anyway, it's a phrase. The kids get it. Listen to how he asks a really basic question and think about when I pose a question to you that is completely ridiculous. And then there's always it's more than a fork in the road. Or I guess a fork could have more than two prongs. You have ways that you can take whatever ridiculous question that I have very calmly just asked you.
Like, are you attracted to him?
That could be one if you wanted it to. You were kind of leading me down the path to think that you were. Anyway, sometimes you go all in. I accuse or I just factually state incorrectly that something about you is true, and you make it so that most people think that was true. Sometimes you vehemently deny it, and other times you refuse to participate in the conversation, and then you act like I hurt you.
There's a variety of ways that
Do you know
I
what
can
I'm
do
saying?
this.
Am I
Yeah.
right in this?
Yeah.
So I am Brandon Gill.
Okay.
You are Ohio State Senator lady.
Okay.
And I mean, yeah, the substance of this is worthy of airing, but listen to this. This is the way they talk to each other.
Senator Antonio, thank you for being here. Has Somali immigration been good for Ohio?
You know, that's really outside of my purview of
You're a state senator. Would you like to see more
well,
immigration from Somalia?
as far as I'm processing your question, and I have to say that I was almost brought to tears just now
72%
because
of
the
Somali immigrants are on
rate
welfare.
and the level of hateful rhetoric based on
Defrauding your
false
state at an
information
astounding rate,
is
and I think
shocking.
that most Ohioans
Is
would have a
shocking
problem
to me.
with that.
Lack of even humanity to
I
group
think it's
a group
inhumane
of
to allow
people
your own
together.
state to be defrauded at astounding
I
rates.
am shocked
Billions
and
of dollars
appalled by
taken
the
out of the
behavior
pockets
here
of
right
working
now.
class people
I am
going to
shocked.
criminal fraudsters.
Because
I certainly
in
have a
every
major
every community,
I think
there are
that's
good
an issue, and I think
people
most
and there are bad
Americans
people.
are
Regular order.
good people.
Try to
Understand we're not supposed
bad
to
people.
We're not supposed to
That
disrespect our
every
witnesses.
single
That said, we're out of time,
member
Miss
of a group
Antonio.
is
Time for a
somehow
break.
criminal
Over here.
is shocking to me. I am shocked and appalled.
Already out of time.
There are
here.
two ways in which she went about that.
Do you hear what I hear?
One is that she's like, well, I'm the victim here.
Yeah, immediately.
Whatever the question is, I'm the victim.
Witness that.
And the second is, I am not going to stop talking to let you get appointed at all. Which is a good strategy. It works. Because he was clearly going down a path.
Do you identify?
Oh, yeah. And she did a good job.
You give her a Wiggins Award for effort.
I give her a thumbs up. Although I really would have liked to heard her answer to that question in some way.
For real?
Yeah.
You almost brought me to tears.
Look, the rhetoric that I've heard here against, and I don't even know who she was talking about. I guess Somalians? I'm not sure.
She's there to represent them, clearly. So Brandon Gill was, I would almost say, bored with her response.
Can we talk about the amount of fraud within the Somali community? No, I'm crying.
You've tried to get out of a few conversations with me with the emotional play, too.
Oh, definitely. If we were somewhere else, I'd be like, whoa, is that a bird in here?
Well, in the words of Brandon Gill, we are out of time.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Wiggins America next.
What's happening now?
I give him all the credit in the world for the hold that he has on Republican voters.
We're talking about it.
The typical American family has gained about $3,000.
97.1 FM Talk.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
License number GL250000615.
Hey, Dad, what causes drains to clog?
Grease, hair, soap scum, and tree roots.
Tree roots?
This town has old pipes and big trees. They find each other.
They grow inside pipes?
They bust into pipes.
Whoa.
Once they're in, the water stops flowing.
Can we fix it?
The big green grasser machine can fix any clog.
Green is always grasser at grasserhomeservices.com.
Hey guys, Glover here with my very, very good friend, Dr. Kathy Maupin at BioBalanceHealth.com. If you have reached that certain age and you're just not feeling very well and nothing's working the way it used to work, go see Dr. Kathy. She is not only a medical doctor, she is a patient of this bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. It absolutely works. It's a long-term solution. She is an artist when it comes to helping you with your hormones. BioBalanceHealth.com for Dr. Kathy Maupin.
This is the Annie Frey Show on 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
YouTube poll for today: is a 4-year college degree still important? More than ever, about the same, less than usual, or not at all? Flood yourself to the Annie Frey YouTube channel and vote in today's live broadcast, live chat poll and let us know what you think about this. We also want your texts on it, and in about 15 minutes from right now, we're going to take your phone calls on it. So write this number down, stick it in your phone. You can put it in there, Annie Frey Show, and you can text us at any time. You can call us at 105-314-241-9797.
Man, lots and lots of comments just like this. I'm going to read 2 or 3. Tradesman for 40 years made about $200,000 between fire service and tradesmen because of all the firemen are able to have 2 jobs. Annie, somebody else says, Annie, I didn't do well in school. College was not an option for me. I went to work at a trash company right out of high school. These days we make good money. I drive a roll-off truck for Waste Connections, and last year made $100,000 plus.
Good for you.
My kiddo dropped out of community college after 1 semester, got a job with a major construction company, and makes 6 figures. Over and over and over.
Like, this is the repeat story here.
Yes.
Well, I wonder if these people would say less than usual or if they'd say actually not at all. If it didn't cost so gosh darn much, I think that it might be a little more balanced, but a lot of these folks are probably saying,
why waste your time?
Why waste your time?
Wiggins!
Oh, Wiggins!
Based on the conversation we just had about the way Annie treats me.
You're going to make me cry from laughter.
These are, oh gosh. These are phrases that you hear from a know-it-all.
Okay.
So if you hear somebody
I
using
already know
this
these.
phrase, then you know that they're kind of a know-it-all.
Oh.
And they want everybody to know that they're a know-it-all.
This isn't fair. This is my show.
This is Wiggins America.
Oh.
Within the Annie Frey Show. All right. This is the first one. This phrase is, well, actually, what I was going to
Spelled with a
say
K.
is...
Yeah.
So while many of us interrupt each other at some point or another, intentionally or not, this behavior can signal that someone is acting like a know-it-all because they're breaking in and saying, well, hang on a second.
How many E's in the well?
5.
You can't say that anymore. It's a meme.
Well, actually. There's other ways to break into somebody's sentences, though.
What's your move?
I don't know. What's yours?
I have nothing to say. I don't have the answers.
Suspiciously quiet.
I don't have the answers.
Over on that side of the room. The next one, phrases that know-it-alls use, is, that's not quite right. What you really mean is...
Ruh-roh, George.
What you really mean is... Ooh.
Reinterpreting the intention of the speaker for them. That's not you, though.
I don't actually think that one is me.
I don't either.
Okay, thanks. I'm really self-conscious in this conversation here because I do consider myself to have to hold myself back.
Well, I'm going to let you sit and stew in that.
Thanks.
But once in a while, I'll
I
side
like
with
to
you.
stew.
And number 2, that one's not you.
Thank you.
You're no number 2. All right, next one. Phrases that know-it-alls use. Communications degree.
Clearly not
it's worthless.
Yeah.
Quote, I think
we can wrap the poll.
You really should try this. Offering an alternative to the way that the person is thinking.
I think that the only problem with that statement is saying you should. I think that if you flip the you into assuming that it's accurate, you say, when I'm dealing with that, what I do is, and you say what you do, which is true, and then they can go, I'll give that a shot.
Sounds like you have a strong opinion about this.
I'm really for whatever makes people happy.
Right. Yeah, we all know that.
I don't like your tone.
Next one. Phrases that know-it-alls use.
You know what you should really do? Watch your mouth.
Ouch. Ouch a little bit. Ouch much.
Anyway.
Quote, you're missing the point. Now, this is something...
I was going to say, that depends. At what part of the argument are we in?
Rather than engaging in a friendly debate, interactions with people who would use this phrase often feel like a contest, where the sole aim is to emerge victorious, regardless of the subject matter.
I think I'm going to claim you're missing the point as something I would happily say in a discussion, especially if you're talking about a political back and forth, where somebody has a completely different set of facts or lives in a completely different reality. When you're trying to make a point and they're not willing to see where you're coming from, Because they've kind of got a ends justifies the means, specifically in the context of what we're talking about here on the radio. If you hate Donald Trump, and I'm trying to make the point that my 401k has never been better than it is right now, and they're like, how can you support this man? And I'm like, you're missing the point. I'm talking about my economic benefit from the policies he's put in place. I'm not talking about defending him. I'm going to say that that's an okay one, but it can't be the first thing you say.
Yeah, this is I don't know whether you'd put this into the category of know-it-all, but this is definitely a debate phrase where you can sort of undercut the entire argument of somebody by saying, you've really missed the whole point. Everything you just said, worthless.
Only if they are missing the point.
Yeah.
You can still say it, though, and try to undercut it.
Do they give you a way to say that and mean the same thing but not be a know-it-all about it? Because I'm not willing to give up that phrase unless there's something better.
No, they don't.
Okay.
They're just going to point their finger at you and go,
I'll have to muster the energy to care.
Number 5, phrases know-it-alls use. I mean, I guess I could see your point, but...
I think I've said that after you're missing the point.
I was going to say,
I think that's
this one actually doesn't sound like you.
No, I don't think
This one's very conciliatory, which is not really...
Say it again? Not really what? Not really what?
I mean, I guess...
Really what?
I get...
Annie, you're missing the point.
Whoa. Very combative. Tomorrow's Wiggins America, combative phrases.
You sound
that
like
hosts
Ethan.
use.
Why are we even spending time on this? Let's just agree on everything.
Tomorrow's Wiggins America is going to be B or not the B.
But we're going to do a separate one because this needs to be addressed right now. I mean, I guess I could see your point, but... So you're sort of saying, I understand. I hear everything that you said, but
I think
I'm
what
gonna
you're
change
saying there, instead of saying that, I would say, I understand your perspective. I can understand how you would see it that way. But from my perspective, because if you walk into any particular argument or disagreement with different perspectives, different life experiences, different contexts, you very well could disagree on something because you don't have the same place to come from. But I think it's a positive thing to acknowledge that I see it differently because my perspective or my context is different than yours, but I do respect that yours is different than mine.
And I really like this last one here because it's really a phrase that still is something a know-it-all would say, but it's once they've lost.
Okay.
They would say, quote, well, I didn't have all of the insight or points or information before now.
So what's the phrase?
I didn't have all of that insight.
Yeah, I don't think a know-it-all would say that. I think that proves that they admitted that they didn't know it all literally.
That is what this is saying. It's an example of when the know-it-all.
This seems like the thing the know-it-all should say.
Is
the know-it-all doesn't know it all.
Acknowledging that they're wrong, but they don't want to admit it.
I know more than this article.
They're squirming out of saying, I was wrong. Saying, well, if I had all of those insights, then I would have still been right.
If someone says to me that they were wrong about something and they don't say it in those exact words, I'm looking for opportunities for people to be like, no, I think we could agree on that and move forward. That's a win for both people, not just the winner. Your phone calls next. Don't go away.
3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou, a term provider, 800-345-2789. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-345-2789. That's 800-345-2789 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-345-2789.
So, Stewie, my friend Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage, I appreciate what Stewie does because it's kind of an old-fashioned way to approach mortgage lending. You do business directly with Stewie. When I give you his number, 314-4440. 314-324-4440. That's Stewie's number, like his cell phone number. If I have a question and I text him, that's the number I text him on. It's direct line to Stewie. And he's set up Stewart's American Mortgage so that you can do business directly with him, with his son, so that he can help you become a more competitive buyer when it comes time to purchase the home of your dreams. So let me tell you what he's doing right now. If you reach out to 314-324-4440 by phone or by text, you can talk to him about a new 30-year loan option with a new mortgage where you can lock in a 1% lower interest rate on that new 30-year loan. 314-324-4440. Google the Bank Loan, NMLS number 226715.
If you suffer from burning, tingling, or numb feet, pay special attention as we discuss neuropathy with Dr. Patton, D.C. Doctor, what is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is nerve damage to the feet and legs.
What are the symptoms?
The symptoms are numbness, burning, tingling, pain, and loss of balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It's absolutely treatable, and we have amazing results.
If you have burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands or balance issues, call us at Comprehensive Integrated Health today for a nerve damage screening. The screening will tell if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our cutting-edge treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe nothing can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. The first 10 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Call 636-538-5188. That's 636-538-5188 for your free nerve damage screening. 636-538-5188.
KFTK FM Florissant from the Kaufman Townsley St. Louis's Injury Lawyers Studio. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
Make a move on coal. Lisa Brady, Fox News. It's a $700 million plan using the Defense Production Act for new and existing plants.
$425 million to be used to help fund 13 different coal plants to keep them operational. Another $185 million to be used to build 2 new coal plants, plus restart a closed plant in Maryland, and $75 million to open a new coal export terminal in Oakland, California.
Fox Business's Edward Lawrence at the White House, where an announcement is set for this afternoon and where the president's likely to face more questions about talks with Iran after posting earlier that House passage of a war powers resolution was unpatriotic. A House panel wants the Justice Department to investigate sexual assault claims made during a Jeffrey Epstein investigation.
In a letter to Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, House Oversight Committee Chairman Republican James Comer says the Justice Department should use all available tools, including immunity for some witnesses, to investigate sexual assault allegations made by Sarah Kellen. Kellen was a former assistant to Jeffrey Epstein. During an interview with congressional investigators last month, she revealed the names of men she says committed criminal misconduct.
Fox's Jared Halpern in Washington. The accused include a former Miami Beach mayor and a French hairstylist. A new congressional map wins approval from state lawmakers in New York for 2028.
The New York Senate and Assembly have moved forward a proposed state constitutional amendment that would not only let the lawmakers draw the new lines, but also bypass an independent redistricting commission to do it. Democrats control both state legislative chambers. The party also holds 19 of the state's 26 congressional seats. The action, Democrats believe, would offset efforts to redraw lines in red states after a Supreme Court decision this year weakening the Voting Rights Act.
Fox's Gernal Scott. That still needs another vote and approval from voters. America is listening to Fox News.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation, weather.
Plenty of sunshine as we go through our Thursday afternoon. 88 for the high. Tonight, some clouds. 66 Friday, partly sunny. Definitely more humid on Friday with a couple of spot afternoon showers. Pretty limited. 88. Only some spot showers here and there on Saturday, but a better chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Frey Show is sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Air Comfort Service is celebrating 56 years of residential and commercial service, maintenance and installation, and heating and cooling systems. Get in your comfort zone. AirComfortService.com.
Annie Frey, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Ray.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
For goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
It's not every day that we open up the phone lines here on the Annie Frey Show, but I think this is a topic that you all probably have a pretty hot and educated opinion on, and it's our YouTube poll for today. So I'm going to give you the phone number right now. I'm going to read the poll. We're going to go to some texts that have been sent in already. But if you want to weigh in on this issue, please give us a call at 314-241-9797. The phone lines are now open at 314-241-9797. Is a four-year college degree still important? Our options on the YouTube poll, more than ever, about the same, less than usual, or not at all. Brad, what are your thoughts on this poll? You have a college degree, correct?
I do have a college degree. For me, my degree is very useful in my youth ministry, but it is a ministry degree. But whenever I look at this, I say it's less than usual would be my vote. And the reason I say that is there's so many more options. When we were growing up, it was kind of like you grow up, you go to college, you finish school, you go to college, and then you get a good job. So like whenever I look at this poll and I think, I'm like, college isn't for everybody, and we need to direct kids in the direction that they should go, not try to cram everybody in the same thing. And I think what that'll end up doing is driving college costs down as well. So I think you put people in a position to do what they do well and succeed in that. So to me, I think it's less important than it used to be.
314-241-9797. Got a few lines still open here if you want to take them. I would even push back. I think maybe 20 years ago when we were in college, when the phrase college isn't for everybody, that's kind of a way to say, like, if you're not good at school, there are other things out there for you. I almost think that you might be really good at school and still not be somebody who needs to spend 4 years and six figures of dollars on tuition, because what are you going to get out of it? I don't think that we really have a cost basis analysis that makes any sense when it comes to what you're paying for versus what you're getting back.
Earlier, you mentioned certain degrees like going to medical school or going to law school. And those degrees do make more sense because you know almost exactly where they lead. You may not know exactly what kind of lawyer or doctor, but you know that you're going into a field that pays well and that you have to have that degree to get into that field. There are a lot of fields that are not like that, though, and we're in some of them right now.
Yeah.
Some text coming in, of course, 314-241-9797.
And a call if you want to.
And call. Yeah, you can call. This one says, join an apprenticeship for a union and don't have to pay for schooling. Get paid on-the-job training. That's right in line with the other ones that we've been getting. But here's a few that are a little different than the several that we've had over the last hour. This says, in the office world, or at least in Illinois, the degree makes a difference of about $10,000, no matter what age and or experience you have.
So when you're talking about getting a job, it's not necessarily getting it, but the pay is higher.
The pay is higher in the industry. Yeah, so that is a reason to get one for sure.
314-241-9797. Texts and phone calls right now at 314-241-9797. We'll start here with Scott. Scott, thanks for calling the Annie Frey Show. Your thoughts, is a 4-year college degree still important?
Not as much as it used to be. My sister is a lawyer, and I work in trades. I drive, the big rigs, the big excavators, bulldozers, and stuff like that. I actually make more a year than my sister does.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she a good lawyer?
By about, actually, yes, she is. She actually works for a very big corporate thing in here in St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
But I still make about 40 to 50,000 more than she does every year.
What did you do to get your education, or what you needed to do to get into your line of work?
I started off actually getting a Class A because I wanted to start driving tractor trailers. I've always liked driving, and that was fun. But I found out that I could make more with that Class A going into the heavy machinery.
And how, from the time you decided you wanted to do that, how long did you have to get things in order so that you could be employed?
It took me about 2 months.
It's less than 4 years.
That's a really long time, though, to wait for getting paid well.
Oh, man. And that might even be a government-issued license, which is incredible.
Right, yeah. I mean, my Class A, it took me about a month and a half, almost 2 months to do, and then I got into it, and then when I decided to do the heavy machinery, I went into a union hall, and within 3 days I was on a job as an apprentice.
Scott, thanks for listening to the show. We really appreciate that insight, and that's awesome. I think a lot of people listening right now who have children who might be my son's age or maybe a little bit, we're thinking broadly, and that's encouraging to hear.
Yeah, my 18-year-old son, actually, he just graduated from high school, and he is actually going to go into the military to do the Army Corps of Engineer. And then he'll come out, and he's already got a job at the place I work doing heavy machinery, and he'll actually be making more than me.
Well, make sure he buys you dinner. Thank him for his volunteerism, his service from our show, and thank you for raising a good kid. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye. 314-241-9797 to call us or text us. You got some more text over there?
So he's talking about his kids going into college. Is it Gen Alpha that would be going into college right now?
I think my son might be the last year of Gen Z. And
so it's still Gen Z going into college?
Right now, yes. But Gen Alpha is definitely my oldest daughter.
So the other end of that spectrum, I guess this would be boomer age. This guy texts in and says, I am now 68 years old, talking about his experience. He says, I did not like high school at all, so I never went to college. Went to work as a secretary and worked his way up, bought his own business, maybe even that business, I can't tell there. He says he sold it 3 years ago for $1.5 million.
Gosh, man.
No college degree.
And
that's a different generation, too.
Hey, Ryan, you want to buy the Annie Frey show?
How much? 1.5 million?
1.2.
1.2 just to be able to tell you what to do? I'm in.
Oh, I'm not sticking around, buddy. I'm going to the beach.
You want your money, you're staying.
Okay, how long?
2 months.
Done.
Just like that caller.
I'll do whatever you need me to do for
get your
2
Class
months.
A.
Give us some text messages. You got a couple more here before we get to Kenny, who's on the line.
One more says, hey, you guys, my daughter went to Southwest Missouri University for 1 year, then went to UMSL to get her bachelor's. And then I think what he's saying is put all that aside, then went to nursing school and now makes $100,000 a year as a traveling nurse. So,
gosh, traveling nursing is, from what I understand, a really smart move.
Very lucrative.
Yes.
I just got out of the hospital. I would say more than half of those nurses were traveling nurses.
You going to switch careers?
Dude,
I'm
would
just
like
jumping
to be a
out the
traveling
window.
radio host.
If I'm in the hospital bed and you walk in dressed as a nurse.
Hello there. And I have like a wig on.
A gigantic needle.
Yeah. Basically what I'm seeing here is Nurse Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Right.
And I'm going, no, I'm good. Just I'll take my chances.
Says you're here for a spinal tap.
This says generation-wise, Generation Alpha is born, this is interesting, between 2013 and 2025. So if you're making babies right now, those are a new generation.
Ugh, babies having babies, man.
Babies having babies. 213 to 225 is Alpha. Generation Z is 1997 to 2012. So that means my oldest daughter is Gen Z. So I have half kids in Gen Z, half kids Generation Alpha. Let's get to Kenny's phone call. Thanks for calling the show. Is a 4-year college degree still important, Kenny? What do you think?
First of all, I love the show. You guys are great.
Thank you.
It matters on what the job is. I'm a CTE teacher, career technical education, and the trades are, everybody's screaming for workers. And if you can just get out there and if you can show up and do a decent job and, be on time, they'll teach you what you need to learn and you'll do fine.
Yeah.
A lot of students come out of our school. I work at South Tech, and they come out to get right into the industry and they do very, very well.
Where is the location that you work? Like, is this a place where people listening right here might be interested in going if they're looking into that?
Oh, yeah, it's South Tech High School. We're in Sunset Hills,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a junior and senior program. We get feeder schools from, like, Kirkwood and Lindbergh and things like that. And students come in and they come to our school for half a day, and they go to their home school for the other half of the day. But in that half a day, they get on the job, basically training. I teach auto body and collision repair, and students come in and they start from the ground up. They learn how to weld, how to straighten sheet metal, how to paint, how to take cars apart, put them back together. And we've got 24 different programs, from fire and EMT to nursing to vet tech to plumbing to welding. And it's a great way to get started. And I've heard a lot of parents say that, our school and our programs basically kind of saved their kids, because I was never a good student either until I went to South Tech, and then I've been in the field ever since. So it's a great way to get started, great way to build a foundation to build a future on.
That's incredible. When they graduate high school, what do they walk out of there with the ability to do?
It matters on the student, because some of them come out and they do very, very well. A lot of our programs have certification that they earn while they're in high school.
Ooh,
like our cosmetology program, they get out with, certifications. They're like Missouri, certified. So, I mean, if they want to work hard, basically, like I said, they get into a shop or, a business. If they want to learn, they'll teach them the job. It's mostly the work ethic that they need to pick up.
Yeah, that's anywhere too. I mean, you can get a 4-year degree and the work ethic will make or break you as well. But it sounds like you can graduate high school and be employable if you've applied yourself. And that's exactly what needs to be happening here. That's incredible.
Oh, yeah. We have a great apprenticeship program.
Kenny, thank you for the phone call and thanks for listening to the show. It's good to have you here.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day.
You too. Let's get to Courtney's phone call here. Courtney, thanks for calling the Annie Frey Show. What are your thoughts on the necessity of a 4-year college degree?
Well, my opinion is if you need a 4-year degree to do, like you were talking about, lawyers and doctors, and obviously it's something that you need to pursue. But myself and my husband, I went to college for a couple of years and decided that it wasn't for me, and ended up in a completely different career and just learning by doing. I do dementia and hospice care. My husband learned body work right out of high school with, somebody that he knows that has a mom and pop shop. And now my husband runs his own shop. And all 3 of my boys graduated high school within the last 5 years. One of them went to SWIC and did the welding, and he's works for the steam fitters now. My other son, who did have a full scholarship to a local college for engineering, graduated the top % of his class, but decided that wasn't for him. He went to, a technical school, and now he works for the mill down in Granite City. And my other son is a manager at Aldi's up north by Eastern Illinois. So, I mean, I just think there's so many different opportunities now, and people are starting to recognize that it's not necessary.
Yeah, I think that's a great story. 3 different, very unique stories. And, kind of to what you were saying with the full ride to a local college, maybe you were good at school, but maybe it's not what you want to do for the rest of your life, or if you want to go in a different path, that opening up our options to consider all of them is really important at this time, as opposed to kind of this just, you stamp it and go. You just go to the next thing all the time.
Right.
I completely agree.
Right.
Courtney, thank you for listening and for calling.
Thanks
Appreciate
so
you.
much. Have a good day, guys. Thanks.
too.
Appreciate you.
Bye-bye. Appreciate you too as well. John, if you don't mind holding on, we're going to break here. Went a little bit long in that segment. We'll take some more phone calls from you about this question. Is a four-year college degree still important? Call us, and John's first, and then we'll have some open lines here. We might take a few more calls when we return. Also, your text messages. Don't forget to vote on the Annie Frey YouTube live chat poll. You go to Annie Frey, Frey on YouTube. You'll see we're broadcasting live. And in every live broadcast, there's that chat feature. That's where the poll is located. And tell us if you think it's more important than ever, about the same, less than usual, or not at all. We'll be right back.
Mark Cox here. Join me, Annie Frey, and Mark Reardon, along with Bob and Tammy Kershaw of the Retirement Advisory Group, to learn how to create your worry-free retirement. We'll meet June 16th at the Doubletree Hotel in Chesterfield at 6:30. Here are Bob and Tammy with more.
Are you nearing retirement or already retired and wondering how to turn your 401k and IRA into a worry-free retirement? Would you like to learn the strategies that give you market growth but protects you from market losses at the same time?
Would you like to get a free personalized retirement income plan? And did you also know if you're 59 and a half or older, you can roll over your company retirement plan tax-free to create a worry-free retirement? If you're 59 and a half or older, you cannot afford to miss this event.
Have a worry-free retirement. Join the official financial advisors of my show, Bob and Tammy Kershaw, at the Doubletree Hotel in Chesterfield, Tuesday, June 16th at 6:30. Go to retirementkey.com. That's retirementkey.com.
Did you know replacing old vinyl windows with more vinyl windows might not be the best choice? Hi, it's Kim, and I'm here to tell you about Infinity from Marvin Windows, because these fiberglass windows, they're energy efficient, they're beautiful, and they're custom built to fit your home perfectly. The team at Lakeside Renovation and Design just makes the process so easy. I love the fact that they even offer a lifetime workmanship warranty. Look, if you're tired of drafts, high energy bills, or maybe hard to open windows, now is the time to upgrade. Visit windowsbylakeside.com to schedule your free consultation today.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan & Morgan isn't just an injury firm. It's our family's life work. It's my husband, it's my sons, it's me. When we take a case, we see a family just like ours. $30 billion recovered is something I'm proud of. But what I'm really proud of are the families we stood beside. It's an honor to fight for you when you need our support the most. Morgan & Morgan, for the people and your family.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Annie Frey is St. Louis conservative.
So we're going through the YouTube poll. Your thoughts on this? Very personal question for a lot of people, and we're hearing from a lot of folks right now who didn't take the college track and went trade or something different. I think that this is a topic that kind of pinches those types of folks to stand up and say, yeah, no, I didn't do what everybody else was doing, and it worked out just fine for me. Have we heard from anyone who's like, you need to go to college?
Well, there have been a couple people saying, here are the reasons. The main one is that person saying in the industry that she is in, I think it was she, in Illinois, they make more if they have a degree. So that makes sense. But for the vast majority of people, they're all giving us examples and reasons why you shouldn't. This person says, I spent the money to get a 4-year degree, and it never made one bit of difference for my career or income. It was an absolute waste of money, says Jean from Sunrise Beach.
I don't think that I've ever made more money because I have a degree. But I don't know that You can go to the broadcast school that is here. Lindenwood, I know, puts out a lot of broadcast locally. People talk about going to J school in Mizzou.
Journalism?
Yeah. And, what's Nick Shirley's journalism background? I see a lot of people, not to poo-poo on Mizzou's, I just don't, maybe they're cranking out some of the best journalists ever, but I don't really think that the people actually doing journalism are really nailing it.
Well,
that's a problem.
And journalism itself as an industry has changed so much. That's the thing.
It's the accessibility that you have right now if you want to do journalism, to have a camera and a studio and lighting. I mean, it's all there right at your fingertips, and all you have to do is be willing to chase a story and to participate in a little digging. And it seems as though the people at the top tend to do a little less digging and a little more politicking, which makes the folks like Nick Shirley or some of these other people that are out there that are just citizen journalists, they build a big following. They can have an income, especially if you have the Patreons, the ways that people can just monetarily support people who are doing this type of work. 314-241-9797 to call us. 314-241-9797 also to text us. John is holding on the line. John, is a 4-year college degree still important?
I think it depends substantially on what the 4-year degree study is. So I lean now, having earned a bachelor's degree in English Lit, plus a couple of master's degrees, but let's not talk about that.
You sound like Ryan.
Let's not talk about my doctorate right now. I want to listen to what he's saying.
Okay. You don't have one.
Oh, Dr. Biden, welcome to the discussion.
It's an honorary degree, I admit that.
He and Jill
but I'm
Biden
honored
get confused all the time.
How did you get any honorarium for that, man? Come on. No.
Well, I accept it however it comes.
Yeah. And I think that a technical or a technically formed, aimed, whatever degree is good. So like engineering technology or something like that is probably a pretty good bet. But if I hadn't gotten pretty lucky with the second master's degree, I would never have been able to use the BA in English Lit.
Yeah.
And so I'm not a fan, and I'm looking back on 8 years of college.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it was fun, You
can have fun for less than what you paid to go to college.
There you go.
John,
And,
John, what do you feel about it? You're very educated, and
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, like, you have certificates that prove it. What do you think about a gap year?
Well, I had a gap 13 years, Annie. So how do you want to define it? I don't know.
Do you encourage kids to, if I said earlier, and I think you've kind of reiterated this, if you're going to go into college, you should have intention to go to college. You shouldn't just go wait around in college and to be spending tens of thousands of dollars, maybe 6 figures, while you're trying to figure it out. I feel like that the plan now is I am going to school to achieve, fill in the blank here, and hopefully it pays you more than you paid for college. But if you don't know, should you wait?
Gap time, I think, is really tricky, really dangerous, because employers, in my experience, tend to look at gap time as in, oh, yeah, couldn't finish college, couldn't keep a job, so, what are you? But anyway, I don't want to try to dominate, but I do have one side point, if you give me 10 seconds.
Sure.
Gen X as opposed to Gen Y, Gen Z. I do believe that, somebody could do some research to establish that I don't know what I'm talking about. Gen X was the 10th Roman numeral generation after the American Revolution. So it isn't X, Y, Z as everybody thinks it is. It's Generation X, XI, XII. It's Roman numeral 10, 11, 12. But I've been fighting that battle for 20, 30 years.
You won me over. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Obviously, I already knew that.
Ryan, you didn't know that.
He's talking about...
Ryan knew that because Ryan knows everything.
John, what would you hire Ryan Wiggins to do?
Me?
Yeah, if he were looking.
Oh, to be your subordinate.
Done. John, thanks for calling the show.
No trouble. Great talking to you. Hey, Andy, one more thing, please.
Sure.
You are a fabulous interviewer, and your strength, in my opinion, and it doesn't matter if I'm pandering to you or not, your strength as an interviewer is typically in the kinds of interviewers that you do when you have the heavy hitters from the national scene and you talk to them. And it's really too bad that, the frivolity sometimes that you go to on the third hour gets you away from being the absolutely killer interviewer that you are. So,
okay. Well, thank you. Thanks for being my hard-hitting interview in the 1 o'clock hour.
It's because in the 2 o'clock hour, she doesn't have anybody interview but me.
Now, Ryan, don't get your head too big.
I'm not. You just took me down about 20 pegs. Why would my head get big?
John, thanks.
We love you out here.
Dan wants to talk to us, John. We got to let you go.
Bye.
Bye.
That call was too short.
He was being so nice. He's like, kind of mail it in the 2.
Yeah, right. Yeah, thanks.
We're like, yeah, we know. It's our favorite time.
It's our favorite hour.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dan, sorry, hard act to follow. Welcome to the show. Is a 4-year college degree still important? What do you think?
I was going to say no, it's not important. And in most fields, it's not important anymore.
What do you do for a living, Dan?
I currently deliver airplane and aerospace parts.
Ryan, what do you currently do for a living?
I listen to people say they do that. And I nod.
Did you spend any time in college, Dan?
Yeah. I actually got paid to go to college. I had so many scholarships. I focused so hard on studying. I had like perfect grades, and I went to Maryville University of St. Louis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think that it doesn't feel like what is the input does not materialize into the value on the output most of the time, or even at least half the time, not enough of the time. Thanks for the call, Dan. We appreciate you. Thanks for listening.
Absolutely.
Take care. Isn't that what it really all comes down to? The question is it worth it? Of course it's worth it at times. But of course at times it's completely not worth the input. And then there are a lot of people who go to college. I mean, how many people did you know in college that did you apply yourself in college, Ryan?
Yeah. Well, the second half. First half, I coasted a bit, and then I found my major, and I'm like, well, I better buckle down.
Were you coasting because you didn't know really what you were doing?
I was gonna do.
I've told this story in the year before. I did not know until I was in my advisor's meeting in the office picking classes. I did not know until I was in there, and she was telling me the schedule that I was not going to be going to school all day in college.
You were shocked and amazed.
I was like, what? What? And of course, since I didn't know what I was doing, she put me in all 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. classes. So I went to class every day, Monday through Friday, and it was 8 a.m. on Tuesday, Thursdays, 9 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. After that first semester, I got my act together, and I only ever went to school 4 days a week, and I did not start before 11 a.m.
Yeah,
that was the win.
That's great. Yeah, because you're not a morning person. One text here says, the problem with college education is the cost. The cost benefit, you're kind of saying this, the cost benefit analysis begs consideration, but the proliferation of online education opportunities may eventually provide a lower cost alternative.
That's such an important part. I've been thinking this a lot while people are talking about it, but the amount of information you can get off of a YouTube video, that sounds to me, it used to sound silly, just the same way it used to sound if people dated online.
Yeah.
Like there was a period of time where it's like, you met them online?
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody meets online. It's like probably the predominant way to meet people. You met them in a bar? That's what people would probably judge that now. But there's so much information that you can consume just if you have the time to watch a YouTube video. And let's not even jump into what artificial intelligence can do for the process.
I learn everything I know from podcasts, especially Talk Tua. Hawk Tua's podcast.
You want to explain it?
She got busted
Okay,
on
time to
meme
go.
coin.
Let's go. Your thoughts in the YouTube live chat, the YouTube live chat poll, and the text line 314-241-9797. Back in a second. Civia Law, online at civialaw.com, 833-995-WILL, 833-955-WILL is the number to call to start your estate planning conversation with Todd Civia. He works in Missouri. He works in Illinois. He's got a bunch of offices located around the bi-state region, one conveniently located to you. Our trust, my husband and I, set it up with Todd Civia at Civia Law. He's incredibly thorough, and he is an expert certified in many different areas that lend themselves to creating the best secure trust for you, for your spouse, for your family, for your estate that can be done. If you call 833-995-WILL and you mention Annie, you are going to get, if you're one of the first 10 callers right now, you are going to get a free strategy session, which is a $300 value. So call and make that appointment at whatever time is convenient to you, but make sure you mention my name, Annie Frey, to receive that strategy session for free. 833-995-WILL, civialaw.com.
Hey, it's Mark Cox. Take your lawn from good to great with my friends at Lawn Enforcement. I'm talking expert lawn care services to keep your lawn in order. And here's what they'll do for you. Anybody can mow your grass. At Lawn Enforcement, they want to enhance your property. They'll do the mowing and the trimming. They'll fertilize and implement a weed control program and erosion control, which includes retaining walls if you need it. They can landscape. They can design and install your flowers, your shrubs, your trees, all of your hardscapes. No project is too big or too small for my friends at Lawn Enforcement. You can check them out online at yourlawnenforcement.com. So instead of envying your neighbor's lawn, your neighbors are going to be wishing they had the lawn and landscape that you have. Go ahead and enjoy your space. Be proud when you entertain your friends and your family. They've been in business for over 30 years. Be sure and tell them Mark Cox sent you. Go to yourlawnenforcement.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-887-4333. 314-887-4333. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-887-4333.
Well, if you weren't able to weigh in on that conversation we just had by texting or calling, you still can weigh in on the YouTube live chat poll. Is a 4-year college degree still important? You can vote there on YouTube, or you can still send a text. Actually, I said we're done taking those, but you can send a text anytime. 314-241-9797 is 136. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
Born in the Midwest, built on common sense. 97.1 FM Talk. St. Louis Conservative.
The Graham Plattner story continues to develop. It continues to be weirder and weirder. Have you followed any of this, Ryan?
Yeah, but if there's something new today, I saw Fox News talking about it, but I don't know what the latest is.
I'm getting a little annoyed because the story is that there's buzz that there's more to the story.
Okay.
And it's been happening for, I don't know, it feels like a week. And I'm like, guys, we don't really need more to the story.
Yeah,
To be
it's
like,
a story.
well, that's the final straw.
Well, but if there is something that's really disqualifying, I mean, I would say the stuff already probably should be, but if there's something that comes along, like the guy, the attorney general candidate from Virginia, who was like, yeah, I just want to kill everybody that I hate.
He got elected.
And he still got elected.
That didn't even stop anything, which is why I'm saying, like,
What could it be?
yeah.
That right, the choice that voters in Maine have and voters in Maine will make is whether they vote for a very flawed candidate in Plattner, very flawed. I think so many different things that he has done I find morally reprehensible. But do they vote for the guy who's flawed, or do they vote for the woman, the senator, who has voted 90% for the president, with the president, who is even more flawed?
Can we just interrupt Anna Navarro here, a Republican strategist, which is how she was often notated.
She speaks for me.
She, as a Latino woman.
Right.
I think that it's repulsive to listen to the way that she's willing to go and say, yeah, he's flawed. He's flawed. He's not flawed. He's worse than flawed. He's broken. He's broken goods. And she's trying to present the argument here, and we'll listen to the rest of what she has to say here in a second. She's trying to present the argument that, yes, we all know that Graham Plattner is flawed. But did you know that his opponent, Susan Collins, voted with Trump 90% of the time? As if that's equal to Nazi tattoos.
Who has 24 plus accusations of sexual misconduct, who we have heard boast about sexual assault.
But it's
Also, it's Susan freaking Collins.
She's the most liberal Republican in the United States Senate.
And you're like, well, but Trump has these allegations. You're not. This is Susan Collins of Maine.
Guys, you got to vote for the Nazi to get rid of the moderate Republican.
Who supports the alleged Nazi. The Nazi tattoo is outrageously offensive in and of itself. I mean, listen, if you're at the gym and that guy's walking around with that tattoo in the locker room after he showers, you know that guy's an a-hole. Mm-hmm. You know that guy is a worthless piece of crap for having that on his chest. I don't understand how the Democrat Party, did they vet this man to say, this is the best we got in Maine, guys, for Susan Collins, to run against Susan Collins. This is the best we could come up with. I feel like there is something, is Graham Plattner the shiny object in the Northeast that they want everybody's attention on so that Tallarico can get through and get less criticism? Is he a distraction? Is he a diversion? Because I don't understand how they thought that this was going to get through. It's not only that there are so many irredeeming things about him, I can't find anything that is redeeming about him. Mm-hmm. He's flawed in every possible avenue that you would look at to say, I think that man should represent other people. He's a piece of trash. Why did you pick him? Why do you want him to be the person that everybody has to get behind and defend? It feels like a GOP op to say, Graham Plattner's your guy.
Him up.
How is he working for us somehow? Did he take one for the team? Is this his ultimate mission? That they're like, we're going to have to put a Nazi tattoo on your chest. Don't worry, the Dems will be fine.
Right, it's Claire McCaskill propping up Todd Aiken.
Yes. Is it J.B. Pritzker funding election after election Darren Bailey in the primary because he thinks he's the easiest to beat? What is happening? How is Graham Plattner your guy? I'm not this dumb to take it at face value. You're not this dumb to take it at face value. Graham Plattner's face is dumb when you just look at him. You're like, that ain't the guy. This isn't the man. And here's the thing that pisses me off the most, and I apologize for my language. They're trying to put the masculinity thing out there again. You're telling me that the Democrats have a masculinity problem, and first they're like, Tim Walz is going to fix this. We're going to be lockstep in with the dudes.
He wears flannel.
And then, and he shoots the shotgun upside down or something stupid. And they're like, Tim Walz, that's not the guy. We tried, but what's the opposite of Tim Walz? Graham Plattner, everybody. We got our guy again. He's even a Nazi. He's so masculine that he likes the Nazis.
Here's
Democrats,
a picture of him
you
with
don't
no
get
shirt
it.
on.
You don't understand what you're trying too hard. It's not, I don't buy it. What Republican is funding this campaign? Why do I sound like Jerry Seinfeld?
Who are these people?
Who are these people?
Airline Peanuts and Graham Plattner? Are you kidding me? Who is this guy?
You know who probably hates Graham Plattner? Jerry Seinfeld. I'm putting words into your mouth, Mr. Seinfeld. I don't know that. He's like got a Nazi concentration camp officer tattoo, so my guess is probably not a fan.
Your question does have an answer.
I don't know even what my question is. I'm just mad.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy? He is propped up by the far left who votes in primaries in Maine. That's it.
Well, we don't know that yet. The primary is next week. Yeah.
But he's popular among that crowd. They don't want they don't want the current governor of Maine, whoever she is. And she's not even moderate. She's just boring. Graham Plattner is not boring. I'll give him that. He is a firebrand, and he hates Trump, and that is all they care about. That's what Anna Navarro just said. She just hates Trump.
They have no standards.
That's it.
I couldn't name another candidate for the Democrat Senate race in Maine, but Grok can. Graham Plattner, it says oyster farmer, harbor master, and U.S. Marine Army veteran. Multiple deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. He is the strong frontrunner and presumptive nominee after raising significant grassroots support and earning progressive endorsements. Recent polls show him dominating the primary, often at 70%, according to the Maine Morning Star. David Costello, former Maryland government official, worked in environmental roles, running as a longer shot candidate. Janet T. Mills.
That's the one.
Not to be confused with Janet P. Mills.
Oh, maybe that's the one.
No.
I don't know.
Current governor of Maine. She suspended her campaign in April after trailing badly in polls and fundraising, but her name remains on the ballot. And Andrea Laflamme? Laflamme? She's got a shot.
Yeah.
Adjunct. I'd vote for Andrea over Graham Plattner. Nazi supporter, but not the Maine Democratic Party, apparently. Adjunct professor at the University of Maine, running as a write-in. What's the matter with you people? It chafes me to listen to the left repeatedly associate any Republican that wants to say, I'm actually for fiscal conservatism. And they're like, you're a Nazi fascist. And then I'm like, but actually, no, I'm not. And then their guy's got a Nazi tattoo, and they're like, just don't worry about it, you Nazi fascist, you. I'm sick of it. Stop it.
The Southern Poverty Law Center has endorsed Graham Plattner.
Now I get it. Now I know where the money is coming from. This all makes sense now. I knew we'd get to the bottom of it.
Just took a little digging.
All right.
And it's not Janet P. Mills, you guys. It's Janet T. Mills.
Write in Janet P. Mills. If Janet P. Mills gets any votes in Maine, I'm going to feel pretty powerful.
She's the one that stood in the Oval Office and was like, well, I'm not talking to Trump. And it was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
And then she didn't get enough traction because that wasn't enough.
And she withdrew her candidacy because it wasn't polling well. I'm kind of hot and sweaty now. We'll be right back. HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com is the website. If you're looking to repair the foundation in your basement, look no further than Matt Hayes and Home Shield Foundation Repair. 314-271-9900. The website that I just mentioned, HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com, has information on all different kinds of foundation repair that Matt Hayes and his great team offer to you, from leveling out and evening out problematic concrete at your house. The garage can often see some cracked concrete, and he showed me pictures of a garage that imploded because space had opened up under the garage, and the cars were in the garage when that happened. No bueno. If the concrete has cracked, if it's become uneven, he can fix that problem for you. If you have water creeping into your basement, he can fix that problem for you. If you have cracking or simulations of cracking through the paint that you don't know how deep it goes in your walls, and you've got some settling in your foundation, he can fix it for you. 314-271-9900, HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com.
Hey, St. Louis, this is Brian Kilmeade. I always have a great time when I visit you guys, and I'm coming back this November. So join me, Brian Kilmeade, by getting tickets for the show at The Factory at 971talk.com/events.
You're listening to The Annie Frey Show. 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
Welcome back to the Annie Frey Show. That YouTube live chat poll: is a 4-year college degree still important? More than ever, about the same, less than usual, not at all. I graduated high school. I went to SIUE 4 years and 1 summer to graduate. I was pretty diligent after that first meeting with my advisor to stay on track. And I took a lot of semesters where I did 12 credit hours instead of the full 15. There were a few where I would double up and do 18 credit hours, but those might have been the ones where I took golf and bowling. Served me well.
I did badminton. I can't say anything.
I think I did walking, personalized shape up. That dang class is what kept me from graduating cum laude, because this teacher had an axe to grind or something.
Oh, she failed you? Or
He. This class probably had 70 people in it, and not a single person was in that class to take it seriously. Yeah, everybody wanted the 1 or 2 credit hours that it involved. And this was this was it a PA or TA or whatever, first class that they taught. And the first test that he gave, I think I got a D or a C on it, but I was in the top 10% of people on that class, on that test. I think I ended up getting a B, or I think I got a B in that class, and I was hundredths of a GPA point away from graduating cum laude, and that guy would not do anything for it. He's like, you need to study harder. I'm like, not for this class. No, I don't. I'm in media law, and all of my attention goes to there.
I had one wasted class, and it wasn't badminton. I actually enjoyed badminton. I was pretty
good. Are you good?
I was decent at it. I learned that you could call it a shuttlecock, and nobody's going to question you. The class that was a waste, though, was, and I didn't realize that it was until
media
I got into
ethics.
It. No, it was geography 101, because the class was massive. It was all these people, massive hall, and the only thing you had to do was you just show up, you listen to the speaker or the professor every day.
Teacher.
Professor.
Speaker.
And then at the end of the semester, you have to give a speech about a country. Like, you had to get up in front of this lot of people, but that was part of it. You had to get up and give a speech about a country.
How long was the speech?
Maybe 5 to 10 minutes. And you could pick when you did it.
What was your country?
So here we go. So you could pick when you...
Druidia.
Obviously, with that many people, you started halfway through the semester doing these things because you had to have a lot of time
sounds like
for
the
it.
teacher was mailing it
Oh,
in.
yeah.
I think I know what was going on
He was
here.
mailing it for sure. And he knew exactly what he was doing. He was a fun guy, though. He's a nice guy. And so he made you sign up. Well, I signed up for the last slot before Thanksgiving because I knew there's going to be nobody in here, and I can coast right through this thing.
You
I'm not
put
going to
more
get
effort into
yeah.
skirting the system than you do just getting the job done.
Yeah, but I beat it. And
you've made a whole living out of it.
And of all the people in that entire class, I chose the one country that not a single person did. America.
What?
Nobody picked it? You'd think you get up there and you go, oh, the GDP of Libya.
Did
Here
you just
we
play
go,
a bunch
you know.
of Lee Greenwood?
No, I told them, hey, everybody, I'm here to give a speech about America if you're not familiar with it, because that's how everybody did. Like, oh, I'm going to educate you about this country. Well, I'm going to educate you about America. Here are things that Americans like. Number 1, sweatpants.
Did you get a good grade on it?
I did. Everybody had a good time.
Was it a lower attendant class?
Oh, yeah, it was.
So
And
your
they
whole
were
plan.
they were all ready to have fun because everybody's checked
Yeah.
out and moving on.
So is the teacher. He's like, whatever.
Exactly. It was sweatpants and something else, and then the last
You're
one
lucky you
was-
got one of those college professors that didn't hate America.
Well, even if he did, this was so ridiculous.
In
I
true
said the
Wiggins
last
fashion.
thing Americans really like is Easter egg hunts.
So it was a routine.
It was
It was a bit.
I just did a bit.
It was a bit.
I did a bit.
And you're like, people know enough about this country. It'll work.
And it worked.
What I said, I graduated in 4 years and 1 summer semester. What was your path? I was at
2
SAU.
years SIUE, 2.5, including a summer semester
Same.
at SIUC.
And your degree?
Journalism and advertising with an emphasis minor in
Ooh.
creative writing.
Can you say that like the actually guy?
Well,
no. Brad, what about you?
Well, I went to 4 years university. I actually did graduate summa cum laude, so I didn't have a.
Ooh, fancy.
I didn't have a.
Okay, say it like the well actually guy. That deserves it.
I graduated summa cum laude. So I didn't have a class that I took off. My PE class was archery, and it was a blast. And I hung out with Mark Bryant, who was my best bud at the time, because we were both Lord of the Rings fans, and the whole class for us was just shooting arrows and making Lord of the Rings jokes.
Maybe ring that bell again. That's important to somebody. Oh, the bell's like, I refuse.
I don't think
It's not
so.
happening.
But I do want to go back to one of the callers, Kenny. He works at a vocational high school.
Yeah.
I actually went to a vocational high school. Now, the one I went to was Beck. It's in St. Louis. It's in Southern Illinois, Beck Vocational Center.
Totally.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
And you actually, kids go there from all over the area. So there were kids from Freeburg, Redbud, Sparta, all that stuff. And I actually attended school there, so I didn't go there half day and then back to school half day.
Oh, man, I missed a good joke.
I went there the
should've
whole
said
time.
Beck, where it's at.
And and I actually I took
We all missed
auto
it.
collision repair, the very class that caller said that he taught. And I still have those skills. I have still used those skills even in helping my family members out that get into fender benders that, they don't really have full coverage, they have partial coverage. And so I can go in there and I can kind of help them beat out some of those dents and make it look decent again and all that other stuff. But that was the only year in high school of my entire high school career that I actually enjoyed myself. And the reason I went out there was because I so disenjoyed high school that I was absent so often that actually my grades fell and I needed catch-up credits, and doing the block scheduling that Beck had would actually allow me to graduate a little bit early. So I graduated early and still continued my semester at Beck and loved auto collision repair. But they had auto collision repair, auto mechanics, they had welding, they had nursing programs. It was, I think, electrician. So you could go in there and come out with a certificate and actually start in the field that you wanted to go into. So it's a really great option. If high school isn't your thing and your high school offers your kid a vocation type school that you can go to, I know that O'Fallon's going to start sending kids up to
Collinsville
has a
again.
great center.
Like state-of-the-art, nationally recognized.
The Belleville schools have the Cave, which used to be Kings Point. They're off of Route 15, and that's really cool. They have aviation mechanic school, just all sorts of things. So if your kid isn't showing that regular academic panache, send them, see if they like that. See if they want to go
Send them to a cave.
Send them to the cave. Send them to a vocational center like that and see if they like that stuff. And if they do, then they've got a path that they can go and have success in life in.
In a cave, you might hear things like,
The cave, not a cave.
well,
You might hear an echo.
But in a cave, you might hear an echo.
Yeah,
You might hear somebody
stalactites and
there's
stalagmites.
something flapping near my ear. And that's an education
Are you
in
talking
itself.
about bats?
I don't know.
It's dark.
It's dark in
Hard
there.
to tell.
You don't know.
Do you want that kind of an education or the one that teaches you the word panache? We'll be right back.
Mark Cox here from my friends at Zero Res. Summer is finally here. It's time to take advantage of Zero Res's best deal of the summer. They can handle every surface in your home. The carpets, the tile and grout, the upholstery and rugs, your air ducts and more. And right now you need to reach out to them because, listen, vacuuming is not enough to maintain the cleanliness and the lifespan of your carpet. Go to Zero Res, 314-474-2020 and ask for the 97.1 special.
Hey guys, are you dealing with low energy weight gain or issues in the bedroom? Game Day Men's Health is the premier men's health clinic in the St. Louis area with locations in Chesterfield and O'Fallon, Missouri. They specialize in low testosterone and sexual health, and they also help men and women with medical weight loss, vitamins, and peptides. They offer free consultations and testosterone tests with results in about 20 minutes. Get in, get answers, get back to the top of your game. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Again, that's GameDayMen'sHealth.com.
License number GL2500615.
You're cooking dinner. The lights go out. You flip the breaker and forget about it.
But what if it keeps tripping?
Trips once, your breaker's doing its job. Keeps tripping? That's a warning. Bad wiring or something worse.
Do people just keep flipping it?
Most do until they can't anymore.
Call Grasser. We'll stop the trip.
Green is always Grasser at GrasserHomeservices.com.
St. Louis, we've got a problem. Home care is in crisis and there aren't enough caregivers to meet the demand. So if you've got a loved one with Medicaid and needs care, don't wait. Freedom Care was built for this moment. We help you get care at home from someone you already trust, a family member or friend who can get paid to help with everyday needs like meals, medication, bathing, and mobility. If you have Medicaid, it's 100% free to you. No waiting lists, just real care from your people right now. Freedom Care handles it all, training, payroll, and support, so you can stay safe and comfortable at home, and your caregiver gets paid after every shift guaranteed. With 97% satisfaction and over 150 million hours of care delivered, St. Louis families are already making the switch to care at home. Take care of your own and get paid with Freedom Care. Call 314-248-2449. That's 314-248-2449. 314-248-2449. 314-248-2449.
Freedom Care, we're here for you.
Hey, it's Mark Reardon. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, call my friends Thomas Helbig and Bob Kershaw with the Retirement Advisory Group. They'll show you how linking to the market is much safer than owning the market for your retirement savings. They're the official financial advisors of my show. Go to retirementkey.com.
If you've been injured in a trucking accident in St. Louis, you need attorneys who live here and work here. We know the STL and fight for the STL. You need Kaufman Townsley. Real people. Real results. Call 314-777-7777.
KFTK FM Florissant from the Kaufman Townsley St. Louis's Injury Lawyers Studio. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
Of conflict. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. There's growing concern about the budget impact as the conflict with Iran continues.
The unresolved conflict with Iran, the rising cost of fuel, and unexpected U.S. military operations is straining the Pentagon budget, U.S. Army officials told Fox, forcing tough budget decisions and curtailed training. Quote, current energy market dynamics, an oblique reference to disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, are increasing fuel costs, which can affect the cost of transporting personnel, supplies, and equipment.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin.
Last night's War Powers vote in the House shows just how concerned the Congress is about the costs associated with the war restarting.
4 Republicans joined Democrats to pass that resolution aimed at ending military action in Iran. For now, President Trump says a ceasefire remains in effect, despite the latest exchange of fire this week, as the U.S. targeted mine-laying ships and Iran fired drones and missiles at some Gulf neighbors. Iran is also still demanding a ceasefire in Lebanon, but Iran-backed Hezbollah has rejected a U.S. brokered deal agreed to just yesterday by Lebanon and Israel. Supporters for both sides outside a courthouse in Texas where a murder trial is underway over the stabbing at a high school track meet last year.
In opening statements in Collin County Court, prosecutors telling jurors that 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony provoked then-rival student 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet last year, then used a hidden knife to plunge into Metcalf's chest, killing him following an argument over seating. The defense telling jurors that Anthony's actions were self-defense after Metcalf touched him first. Jurors were also shown grainy surveillance video of the attack. No cameras or recording devices are allowed during the trial that's become racially charged over the suspect and victim's race.
Fox's Jeff Bonasso. Anthony could face life in prison if convicted. America is listening to Fox News.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Air Comfort Service, heating, cooling, and insulation. Weather.
Plenty of sunshine as we go through our Thursday afternoon. 88 for the high. Tonight, some clouds. 66 Friday, partly sunny. Definitely more humid on Friday with a couple of spot afternoon showers. Pretty limited. 88. Only some spot showers here and there on Saturday, but a better chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. This is 97.1 FM Talk. Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray.
The Annie Frey Show is sponsored by Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Air Comfort Service is hiring licensed journeymen. Don't have a journeyman license? Air Comfort Service will help you get it. Get guaranteed hours year-round and more. Apply online at aircomfortservice.com.
Annie Frey, Ryan Wiggins, Brad Ring.
That's us. That's right. Gotta love this American ride.
What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart.
For goodness sake, kid. Keep your voice down. Your father's listening to the radio.
I'm not America's sweetheart.
This is the Annie Frey Show on 97.1 FM Talk.
There's a story out that right now about the Daily, let's see here, the Daily Wire posted this. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. And it's highlighting the fact that Target is kind of being hyper pro-America this June.
What's up with that, Target? They also did Christmas stuff with the word Christmas.
I feel like Target is making an effort. And I want to discuss a little bit about effort. Because we've gone through, what is the time frame? I really feel like it was Obama's campaign. It was probably 2007-ish is when it really started to become a big thing. That we've been so put upon to I can't think of a better phrase for this, so I continue to go back to this. The Office Space 15 pieces of flair that you must wear at all times. And you're like, I'm not really feeling the 15 pieces of flair. Like, can I just wait the tables? And they're like, you most certainly cannot. You get your 15 pieces of flair on. We've had to do that to prove that we are something that by default, if you don't prove it, then you're the worst thing. You're the hate monger, the homophobe, it used to be like anti-Jewish, but now that's kind of more in vogue, weirdly, than it was when this all started out. That if you weren't super publicly pro whatever they said you had to be pro, certainly race relations became at the top of the list. And I think that the LGB issues started to push their way into that as well. I mean, I even kind of understand that. What was it, 2014, when marriage became legal between 15 between same-sex couples? I mean, when that conversation started, those individuals, those Americans, didn't have the same rights that their counterpart did. I don't know what rights that people of one color have that other colors don't. at this point. I don't know what rights men have that women don't, other than if a man wants to identify as a woman, then they can go ahead and use whatever restroom. Screw the women and the little girls who are in there, that we're just going to make that okay right now. It's just, we have been, especially in that amount of time, that passage of time, there's a lot that can be learned in the passage of time by a Venn diagram. We have moved from some things that actually progressed in that passage of time to give people rights that they didn't have before. But if you look around specifically from race relations, in this amount of time, we've seen the Southern Poverty Law Center have to fund hate groups to make them a little more hateful for the world to see. For what purpose? So that they can raise more money and then use that money to fund candidates that are going to do the things that the Southern Poverty Law Center is interested in, which is, why do you have to fund hate groups in order for hate to exist in a public enough way so that you can win political power? What do you even stand for? And Target has been one of those businesses, those corporations that seem like it was really eager to run to the front of the line and be like, I have 16 pieces of flair. And everyone's like, okay, just like to go into Target. It's a fun experience.
Oh, they were out on the edge of a lot of these social issues. I remember they were one of the first.
Bathrooms?
Yeah, bathroom. That's exactly what I was going to say, is that they were one of the first companies that said, we openly invite people of different sexes into opposite gendered bathrooms.
They also had the women's swimsuit for room for your penis.
Yeah, that was
kids.
a flash in the pan, wasn't it?
I don't think it was for
last year.
kids.
Or maybe it was 2 years ago.
It was a few years ago. The Daily Wire reports here that Target is maybe taking a little bit of a different tenor, and I think that is something that maybe deserves attention. But I also don't want to give it too much attention. I struggle with this because I'd really rather them just get down to business of doing business. I don't need them to be my persuasion. I don't want Target to be a persuasion. I just want Target to do Target things and to have nice goods that I can shop and purchase and put in my cart and not have to be making a statement when I do it.
It's interesting because if what you're saying is that they are trying to be very pro-America, like they're trying to make a statement, then what they've done is, and what we've all done really, is that we've said, okay, there are two sides to this issue. There's one side that is extremely socially progressive and doing things like, hey, if you have a penis, you should just go in the girls' bathroom if you feel like it. That's one side of the issue. The other side is having red, white, and blue things.
In between Memorial Day and the 4th of July.
That's the two sides? Which one of these is the extremist?
So what do you do when you say, is this a story that we talk about? Do we say, and also to that point, I don't want conservatives to claim that patriotic things around Memorial Day, around the 4th of July, around the 250th birthday, that somehow is our thing. Because it isn't. The First Amendment proves that it's not. Because you don't need the First Amendment if everybody agrees on everything all the time. But that's not... I don't know. I just hesitate with this. I'm like, I should talk about this. Target is being less politically active, and they're actually celebrating America. Should I tell people? I don't know.
I don't know. Is celebrating America this time of year really that weird, though? I mean, it seems like this is just the sort of that's what you have in the aisle, the seasonal aisle right now.
It's just obvious to me that Target has taken a different tact. One of the things that Target came out and said that they were going to do, I don't know if this is in the last 6 months or so, and Target's based in Minnesota. I think it's actually based in Minneapolis, Minnesota, possibly. But one of the things they came out is that they wanted to focus on customer service and like their workers being nice. It was an initiative that we want people to come in, and it was often sort of kind of discussed in the Disney World way. Here, let me see if I click on these articles and then they make me watch a million ads. This is from March 17th of this year, Target's plan to win back customers has serious flaw from the street. Target has been losing customers in recent years. So that point in and of itself is probably worthy of discussion. Why? What has Target been doing in recent years that might have made people go, I'm not really 100% sure I want to go into that store when there are so many other places to go. The company has a plan to fix that, but it's unlikely to work unless Target makes serious changes. Retail experts and consumers alike agree shopping at Target is not what it used to be. The Street reports Target is trying to change that. Target may still be your go-to store when it comes to buying essential household products or groceries, but it's probably not your fun shopping destination anymore. Target said that it's focusing on 4 growth opportunities for 2026 and beyond, and one of them is to, quote, lead with merchandising authority by setting trends with differentiated, culturally relevant assortments that win in style, design, and value. Does presenting a more positive attitude create a more fun place to shop? This expert told The Street, visiting Target stores is less pleasurable and less fun than it used to be. There's far too much friction, and the experience is sometimes unpleasant. That's an issue. It lowers the probability of people making visits, reduces visit frequency, and weakens conversion and basket size when people are in the stores. Maybe that's because Target intentionally, in my opinion, made shopping there a statement. If you shopped at Target when they were really pushing some of these things that were big social issues, and it's not so much that they just had merchandise that recognized some culturally diverse communities. It was the point. That was the point of shopping at Target. You could go to Target and use it as one of your 15 pieces of life flair to prove that you were okay. So then if people weren't comfortable with that being associated with themselves, they might have just said, you know what, fine, I'll just go to Walmart. Or I'll go to my local grocery store that has all the household goods that I have anyway. We just see over and over and over again these different companies. Like, think about what other kind of companies can you think of that decided to go super woke and have taken a major punch for it. Disney is a huge one of it. Their products, their stories that they've put out have all been with the intent of educating and preaching. And Americans are like, it's not really why I'm here. I get preaching in my life. I put that in my lifestyle, and I don't need to come to you to get it. Sports experience that in many cases. I think Hollywood on the whole has experienced that. And people are just kind of sick and tired of it, and so they go elsewhere.
I think there was an era, probably dating back before Biden, but certainly through President Biden, where I, like every other conservative, would go into Target because I wasn't trying to completely avoid the store, but I can't say I would ever really seek it out. But if it was there and I needed to get something, I would go in and go to grab whatever it was I was going to grab.
Swimsuit?
You know, a tucked swimsuit, and for instance. And it was, you'd go in the store and it was like you reminded, oh, there's an agenda here.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the only thing there, but it was there.
It was a part
and
of the experience.
Yeah, and it was always just always very present. It was as if Target, as a corporate decision, said we want everybody to know what we stand for, and what we stand for is far left politics and social push. And so eventually I just shopped there less and less and less. And that may have been what has contributed to their decline, is just people generally not going as much.
Amanda Harding's article at the Daily Wire says, now for a little dose of good news. While some companies are clinging to pride-themed ad campaigns in June, one of the most notorious offenders is going all in for Americana just ahead of the nation's 250th birthday. Target's homepage on Tuesday featured a man and a woman with children smiling and clad in red, white, and blue. And it said, epic style, Americana-inspired looks for everyone. That is an inclusive message. And you just have a very American-looking image right there that is included. I think that the preachiness of it is just we are fatigued from it. And I'll say what I've said all about Disney and all of these other companies that really leaned hard into the preachiness of it. I don't believe they ever stood for it. I don't believe it was ever that important to them. I don't believe they ever thought that by doing it, we're going to lose some customers. But this is so important, we're going to stand up for it. I think they always put their finger out into the wind and said, we can make some money by doing this. And they did for a bit, and then they ran out of runway on it, and then they had to pivot, which is why right now I think it matters when you're looking at commercials, if you're seeing stuff that is pro-America, they think that is how the dollar gets spent now, which is a sign of the culture. So I'm for it. And I don't think that if you see an American flag, that it's like, oh, we're finally getting back to conservative ideals. No, they're just American ideals. And they're for everybody. A true diversity message when you show the American flag. All right, let's break. When we come back, Ethan, sports and local here on the Annie Frey Show. Don't go away. This coming weekend, the Funny Bone has another incredible weekend lineup for you. Whether you're looking to go to the streets of St. Charles or you're looking to go to the Westport Funny Bone, there are some great shows for you to check out. If you go to stlewisfunnybone.com, you can always see the list of entertainers that they have coming into town. This weekend, you know Steve Heitner, and you are excited to see him. From Seinfeld, he is Kenny Banya, and you've seen him on Mike and Molly as well. He's starting to 2.5 Men, Friends. Steve Heitner is appearing at the Streets of St. Charles Funny Bone Thursday, that's today, through Saturday. So you can go online right now to get your tickets at stlewisfunnybone.com. I think he's coming in studio with us tomorrow, so you're going to want to tune in to see. My recollection is that he was supposed to be excessively annoying to Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
On
It's
Seinfeld.
gold, Jerry. It's gold.
There you go.
That guy.
Yeah, that guy. He's going to be with us tomorrow. Somebody to be. You think he is like that in real life?
We're going to find out.
Yeah.
We're going to push every button.
You should just secretly do to him what he did to Jerry and see if he catches on.
Stare at him a lot.
You'd have to tell me. Okay. Also at the Westport Funny Bone, John Morgan, Thursday through Sunday. Go learn at stlewisfunnybone.com to get your tickets.
If you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-887-4333. 314-887-4333. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-887-4333.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Annie Frey is St. Louis conservative. This segment of the Annie Frey Show is sponsored by All Financial.
Hold up. Check it out.
Hannaford's Kmart Glow Up.
Kmart Glow Up.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a Kmart, Ethan?
Or a Big K?
Are they still open?
No. That's why I asked.
I want to say that back when they were, I remember I have one memory in a Kmart. Shopping for furniture with my aunt.
Yeah?
I was probably like 7. And that's all I got.
I used to buy CDs there. I bought a stereo there. It was in Iowa. Is that how you say it? AIWA? I don't even know.
Yep.
It was my favorite possession that I purchased on my own. And Pogs.
Pogs.
God, do you have a good
Pogs.
collection?
Dang right.
What kind of slammer did you have?
It smelled like bubblegum.
I had some Pogs. They were all Simpsons.
I still have them. Last time we talked about Pogs, I went and got them out, and I looked at them, and I'm like, it's cardboard. Okay.
Nobody ever really played Pogs, did they?
No, I wasn't going to lose them.
Yeah, and plus you just destroy them when you played them.
Ethan, you know what a Pog is?
Oh, I got nothing right now. I'm
It's okay.
completely lost.
You can Google it, and you'll be like, that looks super boring.
It was.
Sports and local?
Sports and local. The St. Louis Cardinals salvaged a game from the series against the Texas Rangers yesterday, 5-3. The final score. Alec Burleson drove in the first 3 runs of the game. Andre Palante threw 5 2/3 innings of 1-run ball, and the Cardinals improved to 26-3 when leading after 7 innings. So that is certainly a good sign. The back of the bullpen has been solid for the Cardinals in 2026. They have the day off today, and then tomorrow the Cincinnati Reds come into town. Ryan, have you been to a Cardinal game yet this year?
Yeah, I've been to, I think, just one. Trying to think. No, I think maybe 2, actually.
Brad?
Where'd you go?
2?
When did I go? Pretty early in April. I think there were 2 games in 1 week that I went to.
It's been a good vibe at the ballpark lately. Hopefully they can keep on winning. Big series coming up this weekend. A German airline will begin flying into St. Louis Lambert International Airport more often as the summer travel season begins. Lufthansa Airlines begins nonstop service from St. Louis to Frankfurt, Germany on Monday. St. Louis Lambert Airport said the seasonal increase in flights to Frankfurt Airport from 3 to 5 will run from June to October. St. Louis is one of the 26 U.S. cities that Lufthansa serves. The airline averaged a 94% load factor on flights out of St. Louis.
That's out of Terminal 2, isn't it?
Could not tell you.
You don't know. There's only one other airline. Terminal 2 is Southwest. It's like the only thing that's there. But there's one other name, and I think it's Lufthansa.
Lufthansa.
That is on that marquee right there and has been for a while. So I'm surprised to hear that they're adding nonstop flights.
Correct.
So they're already there.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they've been there for a couple of years now. That may have been the first and at the time only flight to Europe you could get out of Lambert International Airport, like nonstop. And but now I know they have the London flight, so they're adding a couple of things. So it's good to see the
Southwest
airport
is adding them. I don't know if they've started yet. Adding them to Iceland.
Oh.
Although I don't know if they're nonstop from here, but they we were talking about a gap year earlier in conjunction with our poll of the day: is a 4-year college degree still important? We were talking about doing a gap year, and I can't ever hear the term gap year without thinking about being in Iceland. So right before we had children, we decided to take a big vacation, and we went to Iceland. We had never done anything like that before, and we were at this place that was called like Station Blue or something. It's a very famous pool that's right by the airport in Iceland, and we went there, and it's an unbelievably beautiful pool. Like it's just like blue water, and lots of people internationally are there. Well, you overhear conversations, and so we heard this guy just laying there just going, oh yeah, and he was talking to a girl, of course. He was going, oh yeah, I'm just out here, just in my gap year, just trying to find myself. I thought, yeah, you're trying to find yourself. Yeah, you're talking to this girl.
Trying to find yourself.
Trying to find you at my place later, girl. What you know about it?
Yeah, you go find yourself later.
Now you know about Ethan's gap year.
I did not have a gap year. Thank you very much.
That's what I would say too.
Do you guys have a preference on airliners that you fly with, or is it just like whatever's the
I
cheapest?
was a huge
for you
fan
guys?
of Southwest, very loyal customer. Still fly Southwest, but wish they would get their act together.
It is. Does it feel hard to defend Southwest right now?
They're still cheaper than most other places. It's just everything is so expensive, and they recalibrated their system. I don't mind assigned seating. A lot of people don't like it. I like knowing where I'm sitting and being able to get the seat that I want ahead of time. It is less stress on travel day. But it's just the process and the way that they've gone about changing some things is less consumer friendly, but I think that they were so consumer friendly that they could pull back on it a little bit and still probably beat the competition in a lot of ways. So, I mean, I still fly with them.
Brad?
I don't have a preference. I don't fly enough to have one.
Wiggins?
Only Frontier.
That checks out, honestly. Answers a lot of questions.
You know, I did get a flight from here to Denver 2 years ago. Not that long ago.
It's like $20 or something.
$19.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was just
he
the
had to
fee.
fly the plane himself.
Frontier, yeah. It was on September 11th, so I thought maybe that was playing into it, but I don't even know because the flight was full and I paid $19, and they tried to do all the add up things like, oh, you want to add a bag? I'm like, no, I don't.
Do you want to wear pants?
Absolutely not. Would you like a seat?
$4 more.
No, thanks. I did everything that I could to just pay the night. And it literally was paying just the airline fees, like the government stuff and the taxes. There was no cost to the flight.
Fun fact for you, the cheapest flight I ever flew on was from Denver to St. Louis, and it was $39. So there you go.
Oh, well, I guess I
Maybe
won.
it's something to do with Denver. I don't know. The St. Louis Zoo's Wild Care Park is about a year away from welcoming guests to a safari experience that will allow people to get up and close with animals. Dozens of animals are getting familiar with their new surroundings at Wild Care Park in Spanish Lake. The park currently has 124 animals on the property with the goal of 200 to 250 when it opens in 2027. The Wild Care Park executive director recently gave, this is Channel 4, a tour of the 425-acre property that used to be a golf course and union headquarters for the plumbers and pipe fitters. And since the first animals started to arrive in 2023, work has been happening to transform the land into two separate safaris, a 63-acre safari and a larger 100-acre safari, both guided tours on vehicles. It's going to have, like I said, the safari experiences with the animal habitats, including zebras, giraffes, some of the more recognizable animals. It's also going to, it says, crews are also working on a 300-person event center that will be home to some experiences in the St. Louis region, including weddings receptions, corporate events, large patio, cocktail tables, and get this, apparently their hope is that you're going to be able to call up the giraffes from that event center to where you'll be able to take pictures and feed the giraffes from this patio area for these events. So that's kind of a cool little idea. There's also going to be a zoo museum that is currently under construction, which will be using technology to teach people about the animals. The zoo is waiting on approval to build a 200-foot observation tower giving views of the park and on a clear day downtown St. Louis. So this is still a little ways away. Like I said, this is going to be opening sometime during 2027, but this is the first time that I've actually read like details about what it's going to include, and it sounds pretty cool.
When was the last time you were at the zoo?
I think we went to Zoo Lights, not this past Christmas, but the one before that.
My daughter just went this week. It's just such an incredible
Freaking love the zoo.
experience to go and spend the day. What you can consume and do there for free is really amazing. Love the St. Louis Zoo. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, Trisha's going to join us in studio for Annie, Are You Okay? We'll be back in just a minute.
The ACA Market Plan has just announced significant increases on their monthly premiums for 2026, with deductibles over $10,000. You can enroll with Greg Hammond's Freedom of Choice plans now. You don't have to wait. One of their plans lets you use any doctor, has zero outpatient deductibles, and it's 30 to 60% lower than most Obamacare plans. Other options are full coverage PPOs with national networks, copays, and 100% annual preventative care. Also, there's no income disclosure required, so no potential tax penalties. If you pay for your own health insurance, you're uninsured, you're on COBRA, or your employer coverage is just too expensive, call Greg, and they'll provide all available options. Call 314-794-7784. That's 314-794-7784. Or go to greghammonds.com. That's greghammonds.com. He can custom design a plan managed and chosen by you. not the government.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Lockridge, and I'm the host of a new podcast from Audacy called Family Lore. In this podcast, I'm going to have people on to tell unusual and sometimes far-fetched stories about their families.
I've heard my whole life that she invented the margarita.
And then we're going to investigate those stories and find out how much of it is true.
He gets a patent 1 month before the Wright brothers. Oh my God.
Please follow and listen to Family Lore, an Audacy podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Summer is on the way, or should I say the heat. In St. Louis, it's on its way. Be here before we even know it. If you haven't had your air conditioners checked and set up and ready to go for this cooling season, or if you were told you might need a new one, or you just think this is the time of the year, this year is the time to just go ahead and replace it. Prices are down, 0% financing is available. It's still the best time to call me. Don't put it off. One easy number in Missouri and Illinois. It is 314-293-2600. Again, that's 314-293-2600 in Missouri and Illinois, or on the internet, bartinman.com. That is Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. God bless.
If you suffer from burning, tingling, or numb feet, pay special attention as we discuss neuropathy with Dr. Patton, D.C. Doctor, what is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is nerve damage to the feet and legs.
What are the symptoms?
The symptoms are numbness, burning, tingling, pain, and loss of balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It's absolutely treatable, and we have amazing results.
If you have burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands, or balance issues, call us at Comprehensive Integrated Health today for a nerve damage screening. The screening will tell if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our cutting-edge treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe nothing can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. The first 10 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Call 636-538-5188. That's 636-538-5188 for your free nerve damage screening. 636-538-5188.
We've discussed it throughout the show. Is a 4-year college degree still important? You can vote on this issue at the YouTube live chat poll, which we do every day. The answers that you can give are more than ever, about the same, less than usual, or not at all. Is a 4-year college degree still important? It is 2:33. This time check is sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
JerryKelly.com. From St. Peter's to Smithton, 97.1 FM Talk, St. Louis Conservative.
That YouTube live chat poll is a 4-year college degree still important. Do we all have 4-year college degrees in here?
Yeah.
I do.
Trisha.
I do. Hello, Annie and crew.
Trisha and I met in one of her college classes.
We did.
I was a speaker. She was a student. She was the only person paying attention in that class at that time with Dr. Donald at SIU. And hired her as an intern, and now she's our boss.
You molded her and made her into what she is today through that speech.
Some might say it's in spite of.
I think whatever you said that day really stuck with her.
Why did you want an internship?
I think I needed one to pass whatever.
Requirement. Yeah, it's the same thing that I got into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you brought business cards, and I'm grateful you did.
And the rest is history.
Here we are.
Annie's okay with Trisha.
And now it's time to play Is Annie Okay With This?
Mashed potato lawsuit seeks $1.5 million. A Virginia woman is suing Outback Steakhouse for $1.5 million, claiming she suffered serious and permanent injuries after allegedly slipping on mashed potatoes while walking to the restroom in 2023.
Do we have Outback Steakhouses here?
There's one in O'Fallon.
Yep.
Yeah.
The lawsuit claims the restaurant failed to clean up the hazard or warn customers. Outback has denied the allegations and is seeking to move the case to federal court.
How much is she suing for?
$1.5 million.
Man, give me some daters.
Annie, are you okay with Outback?
I think they have the Bloomin' Onion.
They do.
So does Texas Roadhouse. I would say I'm more of a Texas American kind of girl, but I'm partial to the Australians, as I have a grandmother who is from Australia. Haven't been there in a long time. Isn't it the same thing as Texas Roadhouse?
No, it's got much more of an Australian flair to it.
Why you say it like that?
Because you
Why do you have your nose
think,
up in the air?
You have to think about these things and talk about them as though a connoisseur.
This looks like something that was off your list of what a know-it-all would say. You have to think about these things.
You have to think about these things sometimes, Andy. Well, actually, I wouldn't put Outback and Texas Roadhouse in the same category at all.
Which is better?
Wouldn't either.
Ooh.
I mean,
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse might be my favorite restaurant. Like that, I could go to a Texas Roadhouse anytime and be happy with it. Which is better, Roadhouse or Outback, Brad?
Man, I really like Outback. The Outback by us is super nice.
Why is it better than Roadhouse?
Because their steak and lobster combo is much better.
Plus, when you walk into the restaurant, you can say, "I'm on a walkabout."
No, you can't. They escort you right out.
Do they now?
They'll be like, that'll be enough of that,
in
sir.
America, you could probably say that in a Texas Roadhouse, too, and they'd be like, okay.
But you can't say
how many
it like
in your
that.
party? Would you like some peanuts? I don't know. I don't really have a good answer to this because I don't know if I've ever actually been to one. I probably have. You can get a Bloomin' Onion at Texas Roadhouse. I've made this about Texas Roadhouse.
Man, lots of people weighing in online on this question about which one is better, and you know what they're saying? Tie.
Dead even. Okay, we're stuck here. We'll just hang out.
The grilled chicken salad at Texas Roadhouse, I ordered it earlier this week.
So good.
Takeout, it's the best salad that there is.
I'll be the judge of that when you bring me one tomorrow.
I'm Roadhouse. Donald Trump buffalo draws crowds in Bangladesh. A rare albino.
Whoa! Wait, did you say what?
Donald Trump buffalo.
I have this story.
I've seen this buffalo.
A rare albino buffalo.
No, you can.
Okay.
Don't like.
Me,
Don't
hold
actually
on.
stop.
I keep going. A rare albino buffalo, nicknamed Donald Trump because of his blonde tuft of hair, has become a viral sensation at a zoo in Bangladesh.
I was going to do this story at the end of the show if I had nothing else to talk about, so make it a good one.
Here we are.
I'm sharing the picture.
Originally destined for slaughter during a religious festival, the animal was relocated to a national zoo after attracting massive crowds online. Thousands of visitors are now lining up to see the buffalo, which has sparked both amusement and controversy.
I like how the
there he
article
is.
puts a picture of the buffalo, which you would want to see, but then also a picture of Donald Trump as
Just
if
in
you
case, for
say,
comparison's sake.
"Oh,
In case you
now
were
I
wondering
see it."
where the similarity is.
First and foremost, I think it's interesting that people in Bangladesh are like, that looks like Trump.
Oh, yeah.
And second of all, if you see this buffalo, you are saying, that looks like Trump.
Kind of does.
Uh-huh.
It looks a little more like Eric Trump, if we're being honest.
Harsh judgments.
Although true.
Are you talking about the face or the hair?
The hair.
She's right. She's right.
No.
It does.
No.
Annie, are you okay with buffalo?
Buffalo.
The animal, not the place.
Wings. I like buffalo sauce.
Mm-hmm, me
A
too.
buffalo chicken wrap is a go-to.
How do you feel about the animal, the buffalo?
Not really into animals.
Okay.
In
or
general.
Outback.
But a good buffalo chicken wrap is tops. If I see a restaurant has a buffalo chicken wrap, I'm going for that. No tomatoes, please.
This animal does look like Donald Trump.
What is wrong with you?
Officer
Ryan's shirt says, surely not everybody was kung fu fighting. It doesn't, there's no design. It just says that.
Also true.
Block letters.
And the appropriateness of that comment in this conversation was very similar to the one you just made. It's like, what is that?
Officer accused of pulling gun during fish dispute.
Oh, I don't like fish.
A former South Carolina police detective faces a felony charge after allegedly pointing his service weapon at a fellow officer during an argument over microwaved fish in the workplace.
Ryan?
Ooh, I don't like where this is going.
Ryan?
Ryan? Wait, who's on what side?
Authorities say the confrontation occurred inside police headquarters. The officer was placed on leave and later terminated for policy violations.
Was the guy...
No injuries were reported.
The one who cooked the fish, right?
Was,
who
was
cooked
the
the
gun
fish?
defending the fish cooking, or was the gun trying to imply that it was inappropriate?
That one.
The
and
guy,
the gun pointer.
that would have been
is
me
in
in
trouble.
that. I would have
Yes.
been the gun pointer.
The fish cooker, appears to have come out unscathed.
Throw the book at that guy. He should not have pulled his gun in the workplace like that.
Annie, are you okay with microwaved fish?
No, I'm not okay with any fish that aren't swimming in the water that they belong in.
I disagree.
You want to defend that point?
Microwave fish is good.
Gross.
And should be more socially acceptable. I do not understand why everybody hates it so much.
Because it stinks.
I don't agree.
It smells bad.
And also get over it so I can eat some fish. It's not that big of a deal, everybody.
Ryan's going to go home and tell the story about how he pushed the button.
I'm going to tell the story about how I was a hero and stood up for fish in the workplace.
No, not fish in the workplace. You want to eat them. Yeah. Eating fish in the workplace.
I didn't say whether they were alive. Still standing up for fish.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Mystery deepens over police.
I hope that's a jury trial.
Mystery deepens over people entering NYC sewers. New York City officials are investigating a series of strange incidents involving groups of people climbing in and out of sewer manholes in Brooklyn and Queens. Surveillance footage shows individuals carrying tools and spending hours underground. Authorities say no damage has been found and there is no threat to public safety, but the purpose of the underground excursions remain unknown. Annie, are you okay with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
First question here though is the underground, are the sewers, is that public space? It's publicly funded, but is it trespassing? I would think that you wouldn't want people randomly in your sewer system because what could they do down there?
It feels like you should get in trouble for that.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. There is, did you know though, this is very real. This exists in St. Louis. There are tunnels throughout, probably about where we're standing right now, through where the Post-Dispatch is. There are tunnels underneath this city that people live in. It is a documented thing. And it is a weird, weird subculture, and it probably exists in other cities too.
It's from the old fish. What do you know about this?
I know that it exists because I've seen a couple of weird reports on it over the years.
Ooh,
and
you're
every
not
time
convincing me.
He took an Uber.
I was just thinking he Ubered somebody there.
I did not
drive through the tunnels.
I did not
I was
go in the
driving
tunnels.
along.
Feels like the wrong way.
No, but there's been investigative journalists that have done this over the years. They go down in there, and there are people with like. It's weird because you would say
point me in the direction of my consumption of this documented existence.
I'd have to look it up. It's been
You'd have to kill me.
It's been 10 years since I've seen a story on it, but there were a few, especially for a while.
Are we hiring a newsman?
Yep, and Ryan is throwing his hat in the ring.
But I don't want to do that story at all. I want somebody else to do it. It's real weird. I don't want to be documenting the underground. And by the way, you don't call them houses when they're underground. They're lairs. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to document the underground lair people of
It's the
St.
kind
Louis.
of journalism we need.
Camo X.
Send it to the newsroom.
Can we please send Ryan on a faux serious interview?
And send all the footage to
It has to be documented.
I'll just wear a little mustache over my mustache.
My brother is 2.5 years younger than me and was prime Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles obsessed. Everything was turtles. I watched a lot of the cartoon, had the movies, watched a ton of it. It's not for me, but I'm very exposed to it.
It is very great.
Yeah, it's great. I agree with Brad.
It is super great.
One more?
Yes, maybe two.
Bryce Harper's toothpaste habit goes viral. Philly star Bryce Harper is defending his unusual toothbrushing routine after social media users notice he squirts toothpaste directly into his mouth before brushing. Dentists say the practice isn't recommended and could waste toothpaste or spread germs. Harper says he brushed that way his entire life and is amused by the viral reaction. You guys talked about this already?
It was a poll question one day, but go on.
Got it. Okay, I was like,
not
this
everybody
room is
listened.
Very quiet.
The news
I don't know
here
what your question is. Ryan,
that-
quiet.
Are you okay with it?
Dentists are recommending against this, apparently.
Yeah, they say don't do it.
Why did they say don't do it?
It could waste toothpaste or spread germs.
Waste toothpaste?
Yeah, dentists are real worried
We're worried
about
about wasting toothpaste, spreading germs, obviously, like mouth stuff getting back into the...
My whole take on this when we ran this as a poll question was as long as only one person is using the toothpaste, I don't really see that there are more or less germs being spread or maintained by putting the toothpaste tube in your mouth than if you put it in contact with your brush that most people leave exposed to open air. Your brush sits in a little toothbrush holder or something like that, that I feel like the chances of touching that to your brush every day, if you touch it to your brush, and a lot of people do, I'm sure most people aren't taking the time to ensure that it doesn't touch, that I don't actually think it's more gross than putting it on the brush. And if I only used my toothpaste and didn't share it with anyone else, I don't know that I'd have a problem with it.
How'd the poll question turn out? And what was the question?
This was like a couple weeks ago.
It was.
Were you here for that?
Is this story that old?
It was just one or two options. It was
Sorry, guys.
whether you would be okay with this or not. And I think the majority of people said that they would not.
Two-thirds, I think it was like 2/3 of the people said that they wouldn't put their toothpaste directly on.
Wouldn't it be funny if we found out the news was that there was a third option and it was another baseball, like, oh, Michael McGreevy leaves an open can of toothpaste and he dips his toothbrush in it. But dentists say don't do that. No open cans of toothpaste.
So okay with it.
I don't care that Bryce Harper does it. I wouldn't. I haven't started doing that myself, but I'm not as like blown up about this as some people were. Like Bryce Harper said, why do you all care so much? I'm more
We're
concerned.
bored.
Why are you? Yeah, get Ethan in here and he can tell us. Like,
I'm
why do we even
confused.
spend this much time talking?
I'm confused.
We just kept talking. It goes on for hours.
We could just be playing Taylor Swift hits.
I'm confused.
We don't
how
even need to do
know
that.
this.
They can DJ their own playlist.
Oh, I just got a report from somebody who said he's been in the tunnels.
Yeah, okay.
I've been in the tunnels, didn't see anyone in there, though. They went under Union, under Clark, over to the post office.
Give us a source.
I can't because it is
Give us a source.
due to his employment that he was down there.
What kind of employment?
KMOX News.
Metrolink.
Okay. I'm totally sold. Oh.
See,
What
it's
did
real.
what did he confirm for us?
The tunnels are real. And
Aren't they sewers?
No, they're
I
not
thought it
sewers.
had to do with
They're
like
train tunnels.
Is it train tunnels? I thought it had something to do with the brewery back in the day, like moving goods.
Prohibition?
It had something, and it connected to the Post-Dispatch. I remember that, so I don't remember why. There was something that had to do with all movement beneath the city in this area.
We've only asked questions.
This is fact.
This is fact.
These are facts.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we'll be right back. Don't go away. HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com is ready to take your phone call, 314-271-9900. Matt Hayes, he's the owner. He's a great guy. He has a great family, and that family-owned and operated business that's located right here in St. Louis are going to answer that phone call to 314-271-9900 to give you the answers you need to get your foundation repaired. They do a whole host of things in the foundation repair department. So if you're interested to see if they can fix your particular issue, you can go to HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com and review their website. Check out the reviews that they have. They're very proud of the work that they do, and they're ready to take on your job as well. 314-271-9900 is the number to call. Reach out to Matt Hayes for your basement waterproofing issues, for the settling of the foundation of your home, concerns that you might have, for a peering type of fix for that issue, even uneven concrete at home or at work. 314-271-9900, HomeshieldFoundationRepairs.com.
97.1 FM Talk in action.
It's Mark Cox. Our friends at the USO Missouri are looking for volunteers. From Lambert Airport to Fort Leonard Wood, volunteers help provide comfort and support to those serving our country. Learn more at missouri.uso.org. Gentlemen, Mark Cox here. When's the last time you actually felt like yourself? Victory Men's Health specializes in hormone optimization, sexual health, weight loss, and longevity. It's built for everyday men who just want to feel better and perform their best. They already have offices in Town and Country, Sunset Hills, O'Fallon, Missouri, and O'Fallon, Illinois. They're about to open a new location in Glen Carbon very soon. It's a higher standard of care just waiting for you. Learn more at victorymenshealth.com.
When it comes to planning your retirement, there's a lot to think about. Portfolio management, tax planning, and retirement income just to get started. Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group focus on those things and more. Their goal is to help you achieve your goals. Call 636-230-8824 or online, yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IBW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
The Annie Frey Show is St. Louis conservative.
Ryan with the text. Go ahead right now. Talk right. Ryan, 314-241-9797. He's been dying to talk.
My mouth is full of jerky, and you're being a jerky.
He got a big mouthful of jerky. What kind of jerky you eating over there?
That's dog food.
Yeah, that's not.
Brad stole
that's
my
not people
joke.
Food.
Ew.
It
Turn off
is.
your microphone.
Paw prints.
Absolutely foul.
Honey glazed, all natural.
It's so hard. It's so hard to hold a noon to 3 eating schedule. You try to get a little snack in, and then I know you guys think that the commercial breaks are too long. We don't. We would like them to be just a little bit longer so that we can have a bite to eat. But it won't stop Ryan. And I was going to make a dog food joke there, but one time Ryan bought clearance meat that he thought was a great deal, but it turned out it was dog snacks.
It was his plan to get me to eat it.
May I add that I believe, didn't you try to feed it to your children?
No, he did.
I did not try to.
You did.
Did you successfully feed it to your
Yes.
children?
I think they might have been the ones that discovered it was for dogs.
That's how I
Because there
remember
were
it as well.
dogs and paws on the package.
On the back,
Yeah.
on the front, it just looked like people food.
Oh, no.
And you know what? I
No.
probably
No.
would have eaten it and it would have been fine.
No.
But I didn't because I'm a man.
What?
I didn't end up eating the dog food because I'm a person. That's all.
Specifically a man.
I didn't know if it was because you were grown or if you were human that you were saying you were a male.
Oh, it's
I
not
couldn't
some
understand.
sort of status symbol.
Tomorrow's YouTube poll, live chat poll, is going to be about tipping. I went to the Cardinals game last Friday with my son and had an experience there where I was asked. I bought 2 hot dogs and 2 sodas at a walk-up concession stand in the Redbird Club. And when I was there, I probably, the entire transaction lasted less than 3 minutes. And I'll tell the story a little more detail tomorrow. But I told her what I needed. She turned around and grabbed the 2 hot dogs out of the warmer. The person next to her was standing next to her, like immediately next to her, filled the 2 Diet Cokes up. She didn't even have to take a step to move. Lasted less than 3 minutes. And she goes, you can just push one of those white buttons right there. And it was 0%, 15%, 20%, or other for a tip. And I errantly pushed 0%. And she went, oh, Lord, it's another 0% bomb. No tip for us today. And I felt great shame.
This is my nightmare.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No, how did she know what you pressed? Because she see the
Because she
screen?
leaned over and watched me push the button.
And then yelled about
And then told
man.
everybody in earshot of the entire concession area that I had done that. And I felt great shame. So I told the story on a video, put it up on our social media, and it went a wee bit viral. So we're going to ask that question. I'll tell the story tomorrow at the beginning of the show in a little more detail, but I need to know if I should have tipped or what you would have tipped. 0%, 15%, 20%, or other. I went to the game on Sunday, and I will have you know that I did tip that lady. When I got my hot dog, and I tipped her 15%. She was so sweet to me, and I'm like, well, yeah, 15%. Announce it to the people.
Yeah, tell everybody
You
on
know,
that
dog.
too.
You know what
Am I
she
not
didn't do?
kind?
She would just continue to be sweet and didn't announce it to the people. All right, real quick, is a 4-year college degree still important, Ryan? Yes or no?
Less than ever.
Less than ever? Trisha?
Less than ever.
Yeah, less than ever.
I will say less than usual, which I think is what is the majority of what you guys said. 58% of almost 200 votes say less than usual. More than ever, 5%. About the same, 19%. Not at all, 17%. So you've got a 75% weigh-in saying less than usual or not at all on the four-year college degree. Technical schools, call me. Maybe we could advertise for you. The Mark Reardon Show, coming up next.
So beat the drum.